Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here, Uncle Bruce. Welcome to the show this morning. It's April the 27th, 2022. It's Wednesday. Gonna be busy today. We got this show. We got the 3 o'clock show this afternoon. We'll close the final hour together, and then tonight 8 o'clock prime time for Gold Bagel members. Uncle Bruce prime time 8 o'clock Eastern time tonight. Become a Gold Bagel member right now and upgrade your membership and join us tonight because we have a lot to possibly talk about here. Holy moly, is there stuff going on? We are getting earnings. They're coming in. Some are positive, some are negative, some are so-so. The markets are reacting in all directions. Simultaneously, we have developments in Europe with Russia cutting off natural gas sales to Poland and Bulgaria. The Russians are saying, pay us in rubles. These two countries are saying, screw you, we'll pay in euros, US dollars. And the standoff continues. Now the question is, will Russia cut other countries off, or will countries cut Russia off first? This is going to be something. The energy sector is being weaponized by Russia to attempt to extort money in the way it wants it, so they can continue to fund their operations. Now, Russia has a lot of expenses. They have a lot of bribes to pay to their top, who knows how many hundreds of thousands of people who are directly under Putin for every nickel they need. You think Saudi Arabia, as a fiefdom, has family members they're paying off every month? Think about Russia and Putin with the military and all the other services to run a country of 200 plus million people. You got 200, I don't know, if there's 250 million people in Russia, a million are doing great. Another million are doing okay. And then you've got the middle class of Russia, which is, I don't know, 40, 50 million people, 60 million, 80 million, I don't know. And then the bottom enders, and who knows, there are still third world conditions in Russia out there. But a lot of top people need their bribe money. And this allows them to fund their villas in Switzerland, which I'm going to go and see. I'm going to say hi to a few of the oligarchs and pop by and say, hey, how's it going? No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. There are yachts in Marseille, in Nice, Dubai. There are private jets all over the place, but a lot of them in Dubai right now to be held off from sanctions. There's a lot of folks in Russia that need cash flow to maintain their lovely lifestyle. And Putin needs these folks as much as they need him, because Putin needs the judiciary, he needs the secret police, he needs all the senior officials of various states and city governments to help him keep on top of dissidents. So there are snitches everywhere. There are all kinds of people who work for the secret police, very similar to what East Berlin was perfecting. One in seven East Germans, I should say, were working for the Stasi, the secret police, either as employees or as snitches, because they were blackmailed into doing it, or they were happy to do it. And you would go to a party, or go to a work event or whatever, look around the room, there'd be 40 people in the room. You could guarantee that 5 of those people were likely snitching on everyone else full time, keeping tabs on what all the others were doing. And then there were snitches on the snitches, which was really, really scary. All that came out when the wall collapsed and the Stasi files were preserved by the West German government. They wouldn't allow them to be burned, shredded. Even the ones that were shredded were put back together again. And West Germans found out just how bad it was. East Germans found out just how sinister their country was to them. This is happening in China and Russia, has been since the Second World War. I mean, this is an absolute masterful system where they have absolute and total control over everyone's thoughts, movements, and connections. So, I mean, phones are tapped. People are reporting in your apartment building when you come in your house, when you leave your house. People are reporting, everything you're doing. You're tracked electronically with any transaction you do. So, you left your house at 10 in the morning, went to the subway, got on at the train that went to this station. There's cameras everywhere. I mean, it's It's a bag of fun, let me tell you that. In any event, the Russians are having all kinds of problems because they are down 20,000 troops right now, missing or unaccounted for in Ukraine. Special military operation was supposed to take 5 days. We're into day 65 or whatever the hell it is, and tanks just are disappearing. Armed carriers, missile launchers, helicopters are crashing, planes are crashing. There's all kinds of problems in Ukraine for the Russian military, and don't think NATO isn't watching very carefully how inept the Russian military really is, and is beginning to realize there is no threat here to the rest of Europe. These guys couldn't invade Germany if they wanted to. They'll put on a show. Oh, yeah. They'll come in with a bludgeonary force of numbers. Oh, yeah. Hundreds of thousands of troops. But the West is so sophisticated in picking off vulnerable open positions. The Russians are about to get taught a lesson that the Chinese are going to be watching carefully as well, because they have figured out, oh, my God, the Americans and the Brits, the French, the NATO guys, these guys have got weapons that are so sophisticated that some guy in Utah can operate a drone that could fly at 25,000 feet. That's the size of half of a Cessna airplane, carrying 3, 4, 5 laser-guided missiles that can land in a precise location in a 5-foot square area, no matter where we put the tank, no matter where we have an underground bunker. And then, of course, there's the heavy missiles that can be fired from sea that can travel hundreds of miles. Then there are the intercontinentals that can fly anywhere. The Russians are so inept and so under-equipped and so heavily equipped with 1950s and 60s and 70s technology. These guys are getting their butts handed to them in many areas. What they're winning on is brute force to just overwhelm, like ants, overwhelm the colony and just come on in and take over towns and try to take over cities. But what they end up with when they do win the territory is bombed out everything. They have nothing to get other than a rebuilding project. The Ukrainians know it, the Americans know it, everyone else knows it on the other side. And these guys, yeah, congratulations. You just took over this town, and now you can spend $10 billion to rebuild it. Good luck with it. You got the money? I don't think you do. You don't have the credit, I'll tell you that. Apparently, the Russians were thwarted and are being stymied right now. There was a bunch of oil for sale from the Russians, the equivalent of 17 oil tankers worth of oil is up for sale, and delivery locations for the oil are Black Sea ports, ports in near the Baltic states, north of the Baltic states, where Russia has access to the Arctic Ocean, and there were no takers. There are no buyers for the oil because the buyers are afraid that if they take possession of oil in an oil tanker, that tanker with its oil will be seized by Western forces as they try to go to wherever this oil is going to go to eventually. There are buyers for it at the end. Like, for example, India, inexplicably, India is happy to buy Russian oil, obviously at a $40 a barrel discount. But to get the oil to India, you need to travel the seas to do it. And there are no tanker companies willing to take the chance that their tankers will be seized with the oil in it. Because it's not like the tanker is brought into a port and held, and then they take the oil off and let the tanker go. No, the oil and the tanker are completely seized. And now the tanker owner, the company that owns the tanker, they don't get any revenue, and they're being charged fees to park the tanker in port as it's being seized. I mean, it's a lose scenario. And the Russians are finding that the markets are drying up outside of their sphere of countries that they heavily control. And these countries are having trouble delivering dollars as well. They can deliver their own currencies, but those currencies are useless inside Russia. Russia needs rubles or dollars or euros. It's an amazing story that's going on. There will be books written about this for years about the complexity of what is happening here in this modern world with digital everything, satellite tracking everything. The Russians are scrambling to, quote, to stay in business, and it's going to be interesting. The bad news is that Europe is feeling the after effect. They're catching a cold from Russia's coughing because as Russia's having trouble, the Europeans are getting squeezed on either energy supplies and or the ability to trade. A company like Mercedes-Benz, for example, profits are down by a third at Mercedes-Benz because Eastern Europeans love Benzes. Those are status symbols in America and in Europe and all of Europe, including Eastern Europe. Right now, Mercedes has pulled out of Russia completely, and that's a big market, a huge market, because the folks at Mercedes-Benz have no competition for that brand, and they can name their price. And the Russians, who, again, under Putin, were well looked after, the top million or two, can afford to pay whatever has to be paid to get the car. Same, I'm sure, with Audi and Lexus and other brands as well. So Europe is feeling a pinch in certain areas there. What else do I want to tell you? What I'm saying here, oil down 54 cents a barrel to 101, which shocks me that oil is even down again because of all the supply issues. The currency market. Oh yeah, I want to talk to you about this. As I've mentioned the last few weeks now, we've talked about the currency situation. This is basically a reflection of what the world thinks of your country and its economy going forward. The value of your currency is kind of an instantaneous temperature check of how it's going. By the way, the U.S. trade deficit in goods jumped 17.8% to a record $125 billion in March. The deficit in goods. And it's simple. American dollar, as I'm going to get into here, is so strong compared to other world currencies that imports for Americans are cheaper because you pay foreign currency to buy goods, ultimately. So imports are cheaper to bring in. American exports going out are more expensive going out. So fewer exports are going out, more coming in, there's a deficit. And that's what's going on. Let me show you or tell you a couple of currency numbers. These are amazing. The euro was trading at 110 to the dollar just a little while ago, a month or two ago, to 110 to the dollar. It's now 105.6. Doesn't sound like a lot. You might say, Bruce, that's only 4.4 cents loss. What's the big deal? In the currency business, that is a crash. That is a real problem. But the Europeans want it this way because, just what I told you, the import-export business, Europeans can export to the Americas for a lot cheaper, and imports into Europe is much higher. And so the European trade deficit is the other direction. They're in a recession right now. They need all the help they can get. Over in the UK, the British pound sterling, it is now trading at hang on, let me get this up here, 125.38. The pound, the British pound, is also basically crashing out. It was at 130 last week, and it wouldn't go under 130. It was an invisible, impregnable wall at 130, even $100.31 for a while. A month ago, pound sterling was 131.17. In the last 3 months, I'm taking a look at pound sterling. It was 135.8, 136 back on February the 17th. The pound was 136 to the dollar. So a US dollar, you had to come up with $1.36 US to buy a pound in February, middle of February. Now we're into the latter part of April. 2 months later, 125.3. This is huge. And it is monumentally huge to have a 10 penny drop on one of the world's strongest currencies against the American dollar. We're on the same side with these guys. They're buddies of all of ours. But to have that kind of a hit is incredible. Now, for Jennifer and I, this couldn't be we couldn't be having this at a better time. We're going to the UK early May. We're going to be in there for a couple of weeks spending UK currency. That trip just became, in the last 2 months, 10 cents on the dollar cheaper, even though I have Canadian dollars. The Canadian dollar has held its own against the American dollar in the last 2 months, more or less. And we're gaining on the pound too. It's unbelievable. And of course, Europe is on sale for Jennifer and I. And even Switzerland it tracks the European currency quite closely. So Europe is on sale by 10, 15%. So if those of you out there who are planning a trip to Europe this year, a cruise in Europe, anything like that, good news. Europe is 10, 15% off, depending on where you're at. Quite interesting. Anyway, that is a shocking number of revelations, how the European currency currencies in Europe have really backed off. I'm just going to go back to the euro here. The euro, 105.58. Yesterday in the afternoon, 106.50. That's a penny in 24 hours. In the last month, the euro was 111 on March the 30th. In the last 6 months, 6 months ago, the euro was 116. That was November. In November, let me look at this. Early November, 116. It's now 105. So the euro has dropped 11 pennies in the last few months as well. Absolutely shocking how far the euro has gone down. The euro was 122 last year at this time, roughly May 25th, not quite a year ago, but 122. It's now 105, a 17 penny drop. Humongous difference in value for the euro in 1 year. That's what war does. War and economic uncertainty, higher interest rates, higher inflation expectations. All of these kinds of things have a way of affecting the wealth of countries. The pound, a year ago, the pound was at 142. It's now 125, 17 pennies lower, and it shows no signs of letting up right now, as Europe is in a recession, has been in a recession for almost a year. The question now is, how deep is the recession going to get over there? If natural gas supplies get cut off to Germany because of a dispute with Russia, 40% of Germany's natural gas comes from Russia. This will create not only a European recession, this will cause a recession in the United States. There is no way the Americans can avoid getting a cold if Germany backs off. German economy is one of the top 5 on the planet. Germany goes into a problem that immediately puts France into trouble, Italy into trouble economically, not security-wise, economically. Italy, France, the UK, the Netherlands, Denmark, all the Baltic countries, they will all catch a major flu from Germany if Germany backs off. This will create a depression in Europe instantly. It'll have a massive effect. The euro could go to 90 cents on the American dollar. Right now it's 105. This will give the United States a major problem because it's a huge export market. Yeah, sure, BMW is coming in and Benzes will be cheaper. Sure, Swiss cheese. Oh yeah. But they're not buying any of your stuff. So Canada can't export to Europe like we would like to because our currencies are way too hot. This is a global issue. It'll also affect the Asia economies dramatically. It will curtail Europeans coming to North America and Asia on holidays because they'll go, I'm going to stay home. I can't afford to go to the United States. My currency at 90 cents to the dollar used to be 122. It's now 90. I can't pay 40% more for a holiday to Vegas. Forget it. Not going to Miami. You're not going to Disneyland, Disney World. No way are we going to New York. This is the spin-off effect. It causes a global succession of issues. And we have to watch for this. Right now, the currencies are falling, but they're falling because these countries want it to. But eventually, all the want you have won't be enough to perhaps stem a run on the currencies. We'll have to watch for that. Interest rates are bound to go higher in Europe because of these falling currencies after a while. Right now, the central ECB bank is probably saying, well, we don't have to raise rates right now because the currencies are dropping so much. That means prices are going higher for imports. That's going to slow the economy as it is. We don't need to raise rates to slow the economy. We need to keep rates down to keep our economy going. Yeah, there's inflation here, but it is war related. It is not inherent inside Germany's economy. It's not like German workers are getting 20% raises every 3 months because there's hyperinflation in Germany. That's not what's going on. There's a war going on just over there. And while some businesses are doing great because of the war, bullet makers, the rest of the outside civilized world is finding it inconvenient, like the price of corn, the price of wheat, the price of metals are ridiculous. And natural gas this morning is 20% higher in Europe than it was yesterday, just for the moment. So the spot prices are going kind of wacky. All right, so there's all that to watch. Here in America, with our markets, we have a lot to be concerned about and to watch over. I'm noticing that Carvana right now, 71.30 up 81 cents. That is a classic dead cat bounce. I don't know how much upside there is there. Google this morning with their earnings last night, they're off $91 this morning. Again, in the pre-market, we'll find out the real markets in 37 minutes, just how they're really going to perform. We're at $2,282 on the Alphabet on Google stock. Microsoft did well last night with good earnings. The problem for Microsoft shareholders, unfortunately, is that yesterday during the day, Microsoft lost 10.50 during the day. This morning in the pre-market, it's up $10. We're not even higher than yesterday morning's opening. So Microsoft is unchanged from 48 hours ago to now, after coming out with very good numbers. And so that's got to tell you something, that even blowing the doors off the earnings, you're not getting a pop in your stock. Not good. Where Google just missed their numbers and they're off $100 a share. They're getting punished. Is it going to last? I don't know. Twitter, 49.13 at the moment. This morning, it was as low as 48.40 or so, 48.20. 49.15 down 53 cents on Twitter. There is a floor on this stock, 54.20 cash. That's the deal. That's what Elon Musk is prepared to pay for this company in cash. It's an offer. Shareholders have that in front of them. So you buy this stuff at 49.19, you can get 54.20. That's a $5 gain, but it might take you 3, 6, 8 months to get it. Are you prepared to wait that long to make this kind of money? There are some folks out there who have GICs going, well, I got 20 grand in a GIC that's maturing right now, and my bank is offering me 2% for the next 5 years or 2.5%. I can get 10% on my money from Elon Musk if I buy Twitter now and give it to him at 54.20. Why would I give my money to a banker? I'd rather trust Musk and the buyout than that. Anyway, there you have it. Interesting stuff. In the meantime, of course, people are buying Twitter at 49 something, and they're writing calls to bring in some cash in the meantime. On top of it, is there something wrong with that? No, there isn't. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a great strategy. GameStop this morning, 128.85 up 125. The pre-market volume 6,490 shares. There is zero participation. I am wondering whether there will be any kind of a dead cat bounce in the markets, including GameStop. Could it be that on the opening, we have a little rally here once the Dow opens and the S&P and the NASDAQ, and the markets have a little push the first half hour? Could it mean that GameStop quickly goes through 130 because of lack of interest, 132, 134? If that is the case, if GameStop wants to give us a mid 130 price, fantastic. That can set you guys up for the opportunity to write calls either for this Friday at 140 or next Friday or the Friday after that, and take premium money in for an out of the money call, daring the stock to keep going up as the economy and the world markets are backing off. We'll watch. I'll be here watching it. We'll see what's going on. What else is going on? American Airlines up 1 penny to 18.78. We're not going anywhere on the airlines. What else are we watching? Hewlett Packard, HPQ, 36.45, up 11 cents. That is a sign right there of a company trading at 6.4 times earnings. There's very little downside here. Even during yesterday's terrible day, this stock lost 66 cents. That's all it did. It lost 66 cents. Like, hello, 800-point drop, whatever. There's really not a lot of downside here on this thing. Amazing how it's performing. Goldman Sachs closed at 313 last night. It's 313 right now, up 53 cents. There isn't a lot going on here. It's a quiet market. We were yesterday as high as 321, low as 312. In the last 5 days, let me take a look here. Gosh, we were as high as 345.46. Now 313 in just a few days. This is such a bargain. But remember, there are those out there who are convinced more losses will come for Goldman because of maybe what we heard this morning regarding the news that the former guy that ran Archegos, that hedge fund, got arrested by the FBI and has been charged with a myriad of charges in New York, all kinds of securities violations. The thing I wonder about for Goldman and for JP Morgan and all the other banks out there, global banks, are how many other hedge funds like Archegos are now going to come to the surface in the next few weeks, days, months going forward. Because as these markets back off and we run into correction territory and mega correction territory, how many of these hedge funds are going to be revealed to be in really big trouble? I'll say this much. If there are 1,000 hedge funds out there that are all 50 million to 200 million in size, and they run into problems where they lose 10, 20 million bucks here and there, that's not going to cause a problem for big worldwide banks. That's not an issue. Archegos was a unique case because Archegos had $1.5 billion in assets, and then they leveraged them up at least 40 to 1. And at one point, they ran their portfolio to $35 billion of securities under management when they only had $1.5 billion in the game. The rest was borrowed money, all margined, all leveraged through derivatives trading, which Congress and the Senate have said they will not regulate. The SEC won't regulate it. The Congress won't regulate it. The U.S. government won't regulate it. The reason is simple. Why wouldn't they regulate this kind of a business that would allow these kinds of guys to go from $1.5 billion to $35 billion in a year and create $20 billion in losses? By the way, when they got sold out, they lost $20 billion. They only had $1.5. $18.5 billion was lost by bankers, Credit Suisse, Nomura, and others. Question is, how many more of these exist? But the reason that there is no regulation and there's no oversight on this market, it's now done mainly in the UK and London, it's because the commissions are so juicy, the profits are so huge for Goldman Sachs, Nomura, Credit Suisse, JP Morgan, everybody. Every major bank in the world funds guys like these to varying degrees. Now, usually they have very good internal mechanisms to guard against over leverage. And you can bet that since Archegos went kaput, the banks had really clamped down on guarding against over leverage, which could also explain why the markets are off right now. Because as the banks screw the regulations tighter and tighter to prevent shenanigans from going on, there are people getting kicked out of the market and they're liquidating. But nonetheless, if the markets are becoming more expensive to play because margin interest rates are going to go higher as interest rates go higher, inflation is eating away at people's wealth, and costing more money to be in business, because just to be in business is costing more money because of higher inflation. And of course, the war situation and all kinds of gyrations in commodity prices and everything else. There are some winners and there are some losers in the game of the derivatives business. The winners are the bookies. Who are the bookies? The investment banks. Why is this business not regulated? Because investment bankers like Goldman and JP Morgan and Bank of America and Nomura and Credit Suisse and Deutsche Bank and banks from every country in the world have lobbyists that are hired in Washington and in London and in Berlin and in Frankfurt and every financial capital and world capital where it matters, top G20 countries in particular. There are hundreds of thousands of employed consultants out there who represent these financial entities and friends of these financial entities. And these financial entities fund super PACs directly and or indirectly, where a super PAC will may or may not have to reveal its funding sources, which is also an interesting thing in the United States, where a super PAC is spending $100 million on an ad campaign for a Senate seat in Maryland or in Massachusetts or in Texas or wherever. Why is it so important to have these Senate seats being funded with billions of dollars of monies through super PACs, and nobody knows who funds these super PACs? And the reality is they're funded by interested parties that want that particular senator from that particular party to be reelected because that particular person happens to sit on the banking committee or the justice committee or this committee, like the Armed Services Committee. You're in the defense business. You want to make sure that your missiles are purchased by all kinds of countries around the world and have got the stamp of approval from the US government to do so. Well, it's in your best interest to have analysts and consultants out there to make sure you get the votes through those services committees and through the Senate and through the House so that everything is fine and the missile orders keep coming on in. While bankers in the derivative business, they want the derivative business to just keep right on going. And we don't need any government oversight. We don't need anyone watching over our shoulders what we're doing and how we do our deals, because we can take care of our own little business over here. We don't need you to get in the middle of it. And you're a senator from wherever, and you've just been elected in your district, where you raised $1 million through all your dinners and speeches and stuff you did, but 50 million of advertising dollars came in from a super PAC to make sure that you outspent your opponent 10-1, and you got reelected for another 6-year juicy term in the Senate. All you got to do is just keep voting in the interests of the lobbyists, and your life is a sweet, sweet life, because after 6 years of being a senator and then 12 years of being a senator and 18 years of being a senator, you're an old person, and you have racked up all kinds of dollars, tax-free dollars off the American public. You probably can write books now, you can do speeches now, and oh, lo and behold, look at that. There are all kinds of corporations out there willing to have you on an advisory panel, acting as a consultant to them on deals. And you've got $5 million a year coming in guaranteed for the rest of your life until the day you die. And don't be surprised if your kids, your in-laws, and others also find juicy jobs in the business of which you were regulating as a senator. And if you think I'm making this up, you are naive. The game is on, has been on, will never stop. Take a look at if you ever have the time, take a look at the health industry in the United States and find out for yourself how many former congresspeople, how many former senators are consultants to the US health industry for all kinds of healthcare providers. The fees are incredible. The dollars generated are unbelievable. The private jets that whisk these people around for corporate events, legitimate corporate events. They could take their wives and families and head over to the Hamptons and you'll do a speech for an hour over here and then enjoy your 5 days off in the Hamptons, all expenses paid. It's laughable, and it's unfortunate because, again, the top 1% are doing great. The other 99 are working their butts off and trying to get by. So there you have it. Canada has its own unique problems. Britain, Europe, Asia, of course, it continues on, but it is what it is. I'm ranting. What can I say? It's what I do. We're up 210 points on the Dow. We're up 15 on S&P. We're up 19 on NASDAQ. This is bad news. You lose 800 points on the Dow, and you only get a 26-point gain on NASDAQ the next morning. That's not good. That's a market ready to go red in minutes. S&P up 17 points, 0.4%. That's not a ringing endorsement to, yeah, we're going to really, there's bargains here. We're going to buy this up. There are not enough bargain hunters to go around. There are too many sellers, and there are too many nervous Nillies out there who want out right now and are cashing in. This is what's going on right now, and it is evident by looking at various areas of the markets, including currencies. Currencies are getting hammered. The euro now 105.5, the pound 125.4. These are unthinkable numbers from a month or two ago. Unthinkable. And here they are. And it looks like there is no bottom to this. It might just keep right on going. Interest rates on the 10-year, 2.74%. That's up, obviously, quite a bit from a few months ago. I wonder when we're going to hit 3. I can tell you that the Treasury they keep talking about doing the easing up or ending what's known as quantitative easing, where they will sell bonds that they have. By the way, last August, just for reference, the U.S. 10-year Treasury last August was paying 1.1% interest. Now it's 2.74. That's from last August. From December the 3rd, just before Christmas, 1.35%. We've doubled since Christmas by adding 1.35%. That is the shock and the sudden move of the 10-year in such a short period of time. That's what's going on. And these markets are, the equity markets are paying attention big time. And it doesn't help that there happens to be a military operation going on in Ukraine. Apparently, some kind of a strategic military situation is taking place over there. And don't believe all the fake photos you see and all the fake videos. There's an operation going on to just sort of clean things up a little bit. Yeah, fun times. Oh my gosh. Anyway, there it is. We got 21 minutes to go before we open up. And if you're an option writer, welcome to heaven, because you can write options here on stock and not worry about upside. There is no upside at this point in time. We are guaranteed to see a minimum half-point increases in the U.S. Federal Reserve bank rate the next several months in a row. We're guaranteed to notice that inflation is not going away. We are likely to see, even though the reports are somewhat contrary, the China problem is being reported as, you may have heard, case counts in Shanghai are stabilizing. Might not be as bad as feared. Lies, complete lies. The virus does not fall for communist propaganda. The virus is looking for hosts in which to go and visit and hang around for a while. Unfortunately, the virus, it doesn't just visit you and give you a sniffle. It can kill you. And in some people, it's much worse than in others. And again, in China, it is having no trouble at all finding 20 to 25,000 new victims every single day in Shanghai. This has been going on now for 2 weeks. We're talking about every 10 days, 250,000 people with the virus who are locked up and isolated and are still, they're spreaders. They're now spreaders. And unfortunately for Shanghai and China and the wonderful people of China, I'm not mad at Chinese people or anything like that. I just think that their government is a pure mafia organization. These poor people who are catching this are spreading it to others, whether they like it or not, because many, many, many people who get the virus, they don't even know they have it. No one knows they have it because not every single person is tested every single day. It doesn't work that way. And so this virus goes undetected all over the place, and it only needs to infect 1/10 of 1% of the population every once in a while to just keep on flourishing. And that's why even 99% effectiveness in lockdowns in China don't work. It doesn't stop it. You can be 99% effective and 1% of the population can be vulnerable to catching it. And in China, with 1.3 billion people, 10% is 130. 1% is 13 million. 13 million people get the virus. 13 million in China. My God, that blows the world numbers out of proportion. Anyway, it's not good. And the word overnight was, for example, Texas Instruments came out with earnings last night. They announced, they said what has been speculated, at least by me, what is going to be said by more entities, more public companies. I'm trying to remember the symbol for Texas Instruments. Texas Instruments. Let me take a look at the stock if I can. TXN. There we go. Texas Instruments 159.07 this morning, down 9.30 on the pre-market. Yesterday they closed at 168, down 5.40. The high for the year for Texas Instruments has been 202. The low 161. We're now 159, and we could be going to 125, 130 on this thing. They came out and said that China's COVID restrictions prompt a cautious outlook. That is an understatement, to say the least. The reality is the Texas Instruments folks cannot get their parts out of China. They cannot get manufactured systems out of China. They can't even get the parts reliably manufactured at various factories to bring them into one place to get them all assembled. Texas Instruments is in big trouble when it comes to the logistic problem in China, and this is not going to go away next week or in 2 weeks. You've been hearing talk about the Tesla plant in Shanghai, where you've heard stories about, the Tesla plant is going to reopen next week. If you think that the Tesla plant is going to reopen and go back to full production, think again. The Tesla plant might be, quote, open with maybe 1/10 of its workers, but no parts, because Tesla relies on dozens of other places to get components and parts shipped to it, either from within China or from outside into China. And then the assembly is made of the vehicles, and then the vehicles have to go out to be delivered, either domestically, China, or internationally, like Europe, like the Americas, South America, Africa, you name it. And all of this is screwed up. This is all screwed up at every single point, every single level screwed up. Tesla is going to miss dramatically its production numbers in Shanghai. Texas Instruments is going to be in big trouble. Apple is about to announce their earnings tomorrow night. And what they're not going to show in those earnings are the problems in China at this moment in time that have blown up in the last 4 to 6 weeks. This problem we have right now in China is going to reflect on Apple's numbers next quarter, 3 months from now when they release their next quarter results. Then we're going to see the impact head on. And we could already be down 20% more on the markets by then. We could be. I'm not saying we will, but we could be. I think the spin-off effects of the China problem haven't even begun yet. And it's going to cause a worldwide calamity. And I had to add misery on top of that. If the Russians cut off natural gas to Germany in a showdown, a stare down, the German economy goes into a deeper recession, a heavily deeper recession, and European currencies go way down. along with other currencies. We're then in a worldwide recession, a major worldwide recession. And the Chinese can talk all they want about how great they are and how fantastic their economy is going to be and how loyal they are to Xi Jinping, whatever his name is. Not going to help you. The virus is tearing that country apart from within, and they don't want to admit it because that would mean losing face. And that is a big deal over there, as same in Japan and all the other Asian countries. You don't want to lose face. But I'm sorry, the virus doesn't give a crap what your nationality is, what your religion is, what your political leanings are, whether you're a capitalist or socialist. It doesn't care. It just wants to invade hosts to survive. A virus needs hosts in which to keep living. And right now, there are willing hosts everywhere. And the word coming to us now in North America again is we are wide open in North America and in Europe for another round of good times with this virus, which will create a sixth, seventh, eighth wave of all kinds of epic interruptions going forward. So again, option writers, welcome to heaven. You have arrived at the absolute best place you could possibly be. You're at home. You're writing contracts, bringing in income from the optimist gamblers out there, the long shot seekers, of which there will be more, because as this economy slows up, there will be more desperados gambling even more money they shouldn't be gambling with in the options market. And you guys are going to be the lovely casinos that will host these gamblers for a short period of time on your little slot machine called the option writing slot machine that you've created. And because you're taking my lessons and you're looking for other information everywhere else you can get it on how to do this, you're becoming smarter and smarter and smarter, becoming more educated on how to write options and how to cash in on this market uncertainty. And I welcome you to the family right here, because these guys right over here, a bunch of these folks here are option writers now that were never option writers before. And you could become one of these guys. This is the amazing thing about what I find about my little puny little channel that I have here. I do not have 25,000 people watching me live every day doing what I do. What we do here about writing options is so specialized, and it is such a minority number of the market that it attracts a certain kind of thinker and investor with a certain kind of tolerance level to do what is happening here. But the good news is that a vast majority of the folks here are succeeding in writing options. You need to be disciplined, conservative, and pragmatic. You need to really keep your eyes and ears open. Can't be wearing blinders. You have to be open to the world economy and what's going on out there politically and socially and everything else, to then understand where you can zero in as a sniper and pick off wins every single time you write contracts. There is so many ways to make money in this market. I again thank all of you who are here, and if you're a subscriber to this channel, welcome aboard. I hope you're getting your updates every time I go live. You should be getting an alert that I am going live or I'm creating a video. If you're not getting alerts, you've subscribed or you're a member of this channel and you are not getting alerts, it's not that I'm not giving you the alerts. I can't control the alerts. It is the YouTube settings that's either set up somehow that I don't know how your YouTube settings are. You'll have to check on those, but it is likely, most likely, the settings in your devices that you're using to follow me or anyone else on YouTube. And it might be that the latest software update you got, or iOS update, or you downloaded some kind of a program from, extension, whatever. There could well have been a code somewhere in some software update that believes that a message you're getting from YouTube, that YouTube is trying to send you, which could be my notification that I'm going live, might be perceived as spam or junk mail. And your devices have intercepted these messages, and you don't even get to open them. And this is why I get emails from time to time from folks who are saying, Bruce, I'm not getting your alerts. I don't understand. I'm a member. I bought into your channel, or I'm just a follower. I don't get any of these updates. It's not I that's holding it up. It's likely your own device, and you need to either watch a YouTube video on how to solve it, or you need to go into your settings and double check for any restrictions on messages coming in. Again, you may find on your own phone you have a YouTube setting of some kind. You go into that, and it might tell you. I wish I could tell you precisely how to fix it. I'm the last guy you want to ask. I have no idea how that works. I'm just an old man sitting in front of a computer, yapping away, who's apparently angry all the time. And I can't help you with these settings. So figure it out if you can. Phone a friend, use a lifeline, call a friend, because many of you have written back to me going, we fixed it. We fixed it. I called a buddy of mine who knows all this stuff, and click, 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 and everything's working. I get you alerts now, and I'm just thrilled. All right, thank you. Thank you all for being members of this channel. Whether you're a Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member or a Gold Bagel member, I welcome you all to the gang. Tonight at 8 o'clock, the Gold Bagel members will be joining me for a live one-on-one show, or one on however many there of you are coming. You can ask me anything you want about the markets, your accounts, your trading strategies. Try to go over everything together in a relaxed setting, because the markets are closed at 8 o'clock Eastern time, and we'll follow the markets, and we'll talk about that. Now, those shows. I always get great comments from all of you guys going, love the Wednesday night shows. These are great. You're more than welcome to join in if you become a Gold Bagel member. Thank you, all of you, for your support. Thank you, all of you out there who are making money doing this, and occasionally are showing me a little love with a donation from time to time. These PayPal donations you guys make to me are invaluable, absolutely invaluable. Jennifer and I are heading to Europe. Even though the European currency is down and the pound is down, we still need money. So we thank you. If you're doing well, we love it when you share the wealth. Congratulations to all of you who are making money writing options. Last thing, if you're looking up here at the top up there, you've probably noticed a pinned message talking about the 4 for 3 deal. I have made classes over the last 6-8 months. I've done 12 classes now on all about options, how to write them, how they work, how they go up in value, how they go down in value, how they disappear off the face of the earth, valueless when they expire in many cases. And these classes are designed to help you become a writer of options on stocks you might already own, that you've had for years, or it could be that some of you need to adjust your portfolios away from non-tradable entities into tradable entities that you can now write options against. And there's some real opportunities here for you to make some serious capital. A number of you have talked to me privately, one-on-one, which I also offer one-on-one sessions. If you want one, just send me an email. And you have not realized that you never knew that for the last 15 years, you could have quit your job 15 years ago and have just been surviving very comfortably, writing options against a portfolio that you've been sitting on that has been underperforming for years and years and years, because you never knew you could actually write stock options on your portfolio, offering gamblers the chance to try to buy stock from you at a premium price to the market. It has been a revelation for a lot of you. A lot of the rest of you who are small investors, you have less than $50,000 in the market, less than $10,000 in the market. Even you guys are figuring out, my God, I could just write options all the time instead of being the dream chaser. I've been chasing these dream stocks, these mother of all short squeeze win positions, and I'm getting my ass handed to me every time I buy some of these damn promoted issues. I only hear about these stocks when they're at their all-time highs. I get in and then they just fall. Sometimes I get in halfway in the game and it goes higher, and I get so happy, but I don't sell at the high because I don't know what the high is going to be. And then it turns around, and within a week it goes right back to what I paid for it, and it goes even lower, and I get my butt handed to me time and time again. Those days are over. for option writers. Option writers don't get caught in that nonsense because option writers are the sellers, not the saps known as the buyers. And that is the difference. And so if you want to learn how option writing works and how you can literally write one option at a time, where you can put your toe in the water and try it by writing an option on a Cisco or writing options against Apple or GameStop or whatever, check my classes out. So I have 12 classes. If you want 4 of them, you can get 4 for the price of 3. What you need to do is send a donation to $299 US to my PayPal account. The link is down below. You then send me a private email, which again, brucefarmer@hotmail, it's down below. Tell me the 4 classes you want. I've made a video about this whole deal. Go to my homepage. You'll find the video I made a couple of days ago about this offer. Check it out. Decide for yourself which of the 4 classes you want to start with. My recommendation for those of you who have never done this before, because I get asked all the time, well, Bruce, what 4 classes should I do so I can start writing options? I've done 12 classes for a good reason. I'm not finished yet. There'll be more classes coming. This is a very deep and complicated subject. You can't just become an expert in options in 12 lessons. It doesn't work that way. But you can get a pretty good head start on it. My recommendation, if you never watched one of my classes, order classes 1 to 4 to start. And if you like it, order the next 4. As long as I got that deal, grab it. But it's a limited time offer. It's not going to last forever. In any event, some of you have taken 4. Some of you have taken 8 classes, the first 8. Others of you have taken the last 4 because you already watched the first 8. It's up to you. You can watch class 1, 7, 9, 11, any order you want. It doesn't matter to me. You send me an email, say, Bruce, these are the 4 I'd like to have, or these are the 8 I'd like to have. I sent you $600. Here, give me 8 classes. You'll save 25% at this point. Thank you, all of you who made an order. I hope it's working for you. I can tell you without any reservation that a whole bunch of these folks right here have done the classes with me live, or they've watched the classes on my website, and they are making money writing options. You can join the party as well. Simple as that. That's it. Okay, we're going to open here in less than 2 minutes. And so we're going to get this party started today. What is going to happen with this market? I tell you, it is it's a wild one. There's no question about that. I'm showing a 191 gain on the Dow right now with about a minute and a bit to go. 193 gain on the Dow, S&P up 9, but the NASDAQ down right now 2 points. We're not going to have a rip-roaring, incredible move up 1,000 point gain today. It's not going to happen. I just don't see it. Too many forces against this market. Too many nervous nillies out there, which is, again, perfect for option writers. You want to sell options into strength. You see a stock pop, you write against it and enjoy the downside ride. If the stock starts a little slow, a little low, don't panic. Don't hurry to write options. Be very patient and pick your spots. It might be that halfway through the day today, we have a little rally going on. Maybe the markets go up a little bit and we get a little run on some of our favorite stocks. Then you write your contracts. Snipers pull the trigger when the target is perfectly lined up. Otherwise, you don't do it. And you just wait and you wait and you wait. And that's the name of the game. We're open. The bells are probably ringing right now. And they're officially ringing because Larry Titus has rung the bells for this channel as he does. Thank you, sir, very much. Let's go, he says. We're up and we're running and we are beginning the day off. We're going to see how things go. We should have a little pop at the beginning, but we'll see if it lasts. We may have a few gyrations today. We may have a flat day when it's all said and done. We may be up, down, up, and then flat. We'll find out. There's a lot to watch and a lot to wonder about. Right now, the Dow is showing at the moment a 192 gain, 182 gain right now, 182. This will really jump up and down the first 10 minutes. I've got S&P up 9, NASDAQ up 5 points. What else is going on? Carvana up 121 to 71.70. That is a $70 to $75 stock. What I wonder about is if Carvana can reach 72.74 and then it backs off to test 70. It might not hold 70 this time. I'm wondering if Carvana is one of those shares you can short, and as the day goes on, there will be testing of the $70 buy support level and whether or not it'll break through that. The company is desperately trying to raise over $3+ billion, of which $1.25 billion is at $80 a share. It's not going over very well. The stock itself at 72 right now is not reflecting a lot of confidence in the $80 offering, kind of telling me that maybe that may not happen as well as they thought. Or if it's a done bought deal, great, but those investors are already off $8 a share. They're already down 10% on their investment. I wonder how that's going to play out. Right now, the Dow is up 149. S&P up 9, NASDAQ up 4, crude oil down 161 a barrel. So Carvana, 7206. Twitter, 4903, down 65 cents. Sextera, 1230, up 2 pennies. Rocket Lab, 728, now 734, up a dime. SoFi, 622 at this moment. We've traded 1.1 million shares, 616 for the low, 623 for the high. The all-time low for SoFi, 614 a share. All-time low, that was yesterday. Right now, 620, down 9 on 1.1 million volume, and that will change dramatically in the next few minutes, as it always does. 620 on SoFi. GameStop, 129.29, up $1.69. The volume to open the morning in the first couple of minutes, 37,000 shares. That is not good. That is not conducive that a stock is going up today. If we start out with 30,000 volume in the first couple of minutes, there is no interest here. It's very quiet at this point in time. We're up $2. Yep, it's true. We're up $2, but we're not up 12. We have come off a long way on GameStop from this recent run up to $208. AMC 1578, only up 28 cents. It's up. I'll admit that, but that's all it's doing. Matterport, 583, up a nickel. ME up 6 cents to 311. Spire up a nickel to 161. Hycroft Mining off 7 cents to 147. ATIP down 7 cents to 153. Smart Rent 511 up 3. Pfizer down 40 to 48.64. Now it looks like 50 is resistance versus support. Hewlett Packard 36.62 up 28 cents. A little recovery from yesterday's 60 odd cent drop. Robinhood, cannot believe Robinhood is 9.63. Can't believe it's holding. This is heading for $5 a share or less. They've laid off 9% of their staff, they're saying, because of technically, they're saying, oh, well, we're just, we got too many people doing duplicate positions. No, I don't buy that whatsoever. What this means to me, these guys are bleeding red ink. They have got legals up their wazoo. They got legal cases all over the place they're defending themselves on. They're losing market share. They're losing clientele to other services. And the public is just not happy with how they screwed their own clients by not allowing them to buy stock in GameStop a year ago. People don't forget when they get ripped off. And these guys here have no street credibility amongst the retail investors out there. As easy as their site is to use, these guys are getting hammered. And to me, I am still completely stumped as to why on earth any brokerage firm would have sponsored this company to go public a year ago at $32 a share. Blown away that actual market pros went on CNBC and other sites to promote the stock when it ran up to the $70 mark. Absolutely unforgivable. $85 high on this thing. There have been, in my opinion, millions of investors ripped off buying this stock since it became a public company, because they bought into a company that was bleeding money in every direction and had no way of becoming profitable in its first 2 to 4 years of listing. And this thing, I can't believe it's still $9.77. This is a dog. This is an entity that will eventually drop so much that it will become unlistable on various exchanges. They might have to do a split, a reverse split, to get the stock back up again. There will be more layoffs, but I don't see anyone else buying them, because this entity is a bag of snakes. and you want the whole bag and nothing but the bag, good luck to you kids buying this stuff. Robinhood is a mess. And like I said, it's down 21 cents and only 21 cents. It's unbelievable to me. Vanik, $230, up 169. Home Depot up 480 a share to 304.70. IBM down 36 cents to 135.83. Microsoft up $12 to 282. That's the good news. The bad news, we were at $280 yesterday morning when we started the day. We're only up $2 after the company released record financial results last night. This is a dead cat bounce on Microsoft. 285s, 290 contracts might be written here to make money. Watch this stock. If it wants to keep going higher, get ready to write options against it. Easy money coming your way, because we might be going back to 270, 75 without even a whiff of problems. It could well happen. This little euphoric rise will not last long, and Microsoft will ease off as the market eases off around it. That's my hunch. Apple up $1, 157.80. Results tomorrow night. They should be good, but the future is the question. What will happen this coming quarter now that we're in, and the next quarter, because Shanghai lockdown, Beijing problems, China problems are going to weigh on this company. There's no way to escape it. They cannot build a 5 million square foot warehouse somewhere in Texas, somewhere in Mexico, and make all the iPhones there in 3 months. It ain't going to happen, and they're not going to do it. They're going to stay in third world countries, or they'll go somewhere else in Asia, but they will not come back to North America. This US-based company, people think it's an American company. Yeah, it is. The headquarters is in Cupertino, California, but where everything is made, really, 85% of everything that's made for this company is made in China. What does China do when they have problems? Blame America. And Apple helps the military of China get richer and richer and richer by employing hundreds of thousands of Chinese people and dozens of manufacturers to produce product for Apple in China. And no one holds them accountable, because we all love Apple. We just all do. It's really an amazing story out there. Goldman, $314.87 a share, up 175, now up 216 to $315. The low of 308 about a month ago, 341 just a couple of weeks ago, and now 315. I'd like to see a recovery there. Cisco 50.43, down 47 cents. I've been wondering all week, could Cisco hold 50? Something tells me no, they may not be able to hold 50. So writing 52s for a few weeks out might be the strategy. Take the premium out of money contracts. Thank you very much. Facebook, 179 down $1.73 tonight. They come out with earnings. The rumor is bad news. The rumor is another shock to the system is possible. Keep in mind that this stock, April the 4th, 23 days ago, was $234 a share. It's $178 right now. And this 234, don't get all excited about, oh, it was 234, or now it's 178. This is a great buy. This stock in February the 2nd, $323. From February 2nd, 323 to 178, and even this price is suspect. I don't know if they can hold 150 right now. This is a company stock in trouble. They're trading at, they say, at 12.9 times earnings. What they're not saying is the earnings that are about to come out tonight might show another drop in earnings and a drop in next quarter, and the quarter after that projected even lower, which means the PE multiple isn't 12.99. It might already be over 20, and another haircut is coming on Facebook stock. That is possible. It's only down 168 right now. Doing remarkably well, yet in the last week it has backed off. There's no question about it. Amazon down, up $20, Tesla up 35, and Google down 84. I think Amazon comes out Thursday as well with Apple, and I can't see Amazon having a good quarter, last quarter, and this one, and the next one. I think Amazon's numbers are going to be lower because of China problems. It comes right back to the China problem. Amazon is representing millions of sellers and tens of millions of buyers of goods worldwide. Amazon lives on the idea where I want you to buy something for your kitchen. I have kitchen tools like spatulas and spoons and knives and forks. I promote them on Amazon. You order them from me. I don't have a warehouse in Tennessee to send you anything. I don't own a single spatula, period. I have rights to sell you a spatula from a manufacturer in China. What I've arranged with those guys is that they make the spatulas. I order them through Amazon from you when you give me an order. It's all automated. The factory over there packages a made spatula in a box, puts your name and address on a label on the outside of the box when they tape it all up, and they put it into a bin. At the end of every day, the bin is full of all kinds of items that have been ordered on the Amazon site to Americans all over the United States. That container is either flown by 747 cargo jet or is shipped on a ship, but I'm going to say it's flown on a jet in a container to LAX or somewhere in America. That container is then wheeled across the floor to the US Postal Service. It clears customs instantly without any duties whatsoever because you have ordered from me items worth less than $800 per box. I don't allow the factory to ship you anything over $800 per shipment. I make them break it up into 3 $400 component orders. You'll never order more than $800 at a time. So you don't get nailed duties. The boxes are pre-shipped and pre-labeled, and the postage is prepaid because it's all done on software at the factory in China. The box is in the UPS system within hours of landing in LA, and within days, you are looking at your tracking number and seeing it arrived in Los Angeles. It's in St. Louis. It's coming to my home in Tennessee. You get your spatula. You're happy. I'm happy because I never owned it. I got paid up front from you for everything. Amazon took their cut. The factory got their cut. UPS got their cut. US Postal Service got their cut. Whatever, the box maker got their cut. And I keep the profits on the deal. I've sold you a spatula at retail, and I pay pennies on the dollar to have it made with labor over in China. This is a great system when it works for millions of items on an Amazon or a Shopify or a Spotify or an eBay or whatever platform you're using to buy your stuff. Those retailers, those hustlers like me are in big trouble right now. We are in trouble because our factories in China are shut down. The box makers are shut down. The shippers that get the container from the factory to the airport are shut down and locked up right now. Planes are not flying as per usual. We've got supply chain problems, and I can't get you the spatula in a week like I promised you. And you are able to cancel your order anytime you want if you're not happy with my lack of delivery. Now, if I get the spatula made in Malaysia or Indonesia, I can do the same game over there. And they are. These entrepreneurs are playing that game, which means, again, China is collapsing under the weight of this virus problem. And that is what's going on. Amazon is getting hammered by the fact that millions of shipments are being delayed or being held up due to supply chain problems. And Amazon makes money when the item lands. That's how it works. It's got to work. It's got to get there. And if it doesn't get there, the deal isn't completed. People get refunds. Amazon loses by refunding money as well. This is why the stock has been under a little bit of pressure, and the earnings coming out tonight and next quarter and the quarter after may reflect these supply chain issues. And if we get a 7th wave of this virus, an 8th wave, and it shuts down Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, China, South Korea, and everywhere else, we're in trouble. And this is where Amazon is vulnerable because they don't make the product. They don't stock the product. They're just shipping. They're just shippers, intermediaries between their entrepreneurs and the final client. we'll watch for that. All right, Tesla at $39 higher at 914. This is a classic dead cat bounce. Tesla could be a great short here. It could be a put play. It's a question of how aggressive you are, how aggressive you want to be on something like this, but be careful. The premiums on options for Tesla might be just scary as hell. I kind of wish it were post-split, so it'd be much more affordable. But right now, $913 on Tesla, up $36. The high of the morning, $918. Volume 5 million shares. I would be very careful with this. I don't see Tesla going to 1,000 a share today because everything is okay now. Everything is not okay now. So we got issues, let alone the Twitter takeover. Bed Bath Beyond down 21 cents. BlackBerry up 9. Royal Caribbean up 143 to 80.10. Target up 13 cents. JP Morgan down 6. Costco up 4.5. Lost 14 bucks yesterday, I think. Walmart down a penny. Nvidia up $2. American Airlines up 21 cents to $18.98. Netflix up 33 cents to $1.98. Moderna up 59 cents to $1.46. These numbers are not good enough. These so-called penny gains, not going to help the markets. S&P up 17. NASDAQ showing up 119. The Dow up right now. Apparently, I've got two different numbers. Hold on. I got to refresh one of my devices. Something's wrong. We're up 300 on the Dow. We're up 44 on S&P. We're up 177 on NASDAQ. Okay, so we got a little positive wave going here. I think it's a dead cat bounce, personally. Carvana, 74.21. It's reaching short territory. Absolutely. The 75 level and beyond is sky high thinking here. Twitter, 48.93, down 75 cents. Bargoon, Sixtera, 12.52, up 24. Rocket Lab up 8. SoFi at 6.24, down a nickel. GameStop, 131.51. If this wants to go higher, if GameStop wants to take to 134, 135, God bless GameStop. 148,000 traded. You can write 135s, 137s, 139s, 140s, 142s, 145s, all you want for next Friday or the Friday after that or the Friday after that. Let the stock keep running and take a look at the option chain, put in stink offers, and see if you can get out. Write options and look to buy them back. Make sure you're writing out of the money calls with a nice premium to be compensated for this deal. AMC up 43 cents, 15.93. Matterport up 4. ME up 1.5. Spires up 7 cents. ATIP down 1.7. SmartRent up 11. Pfizer down 9, and Hewlett Packard up 82 cents to 37.16. Nice to see. Robinhood 9.92, down 9 cents right now. 351 gain on the Dow. Trying to reverse 800 points of losses yesterday. It's not going to happen. I don't think so. Oil down 181 to 99.89. That is good news, certainly for consumers. That oil is really struggling to stay above 100 a barrel at the moment in Texas. But it's also a reality that there is a ton of oil sloshing around in the U.S. And there actually is a lot of oil available everywhere else. There are no lineups at gas stations in 100 countries around the world. Nothing like that is going on. Everybody that wants gas for their car can get it. It is everywhere. So don't be fooled by the shills from the oil companies who are trying to scare investors into believing that there's a massive oil shortage and the demand is far exceeding supply and there's going to be all kinds of... Forget about it. It's not going to happen. Alberto, thank you, my friend, for the donation on PayPal. You are awesome as always. So appreciated. I wish there were 1,000 guys like you. I love it. Let's see what is going on here. Thank you, everybody, for being here, hanging out with yours truly. Appreciate it. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I sold 2 covered calls on ARKK Strike, $52, expiring this Friday for $1.54 contract. These are nice premiums on ARKK. Mirko, well done. Yeah, I just it can spike a little bit, but the underlying issues on the disruptors is real. And, you're writing out of the money calls. I like your strategy. Absolutely like that strategy. Yeah, unbelievable. ARKK right now If I can refresh my screen here and get it to work, showing ARKK right at the moment at 51.62. It's up 93 cents. 51.43 up 75 cents. I don't see that going very far. High of the day 51.82. The low of 50.21. And I don't know if we can hold 50 on ARKK. I really don't know if we can even hold 50. So way to go. Again, do not fear upside. I just don't see it. Yeah, there are some winners, yes, but there are going to be more losers. And the ARKK, of course, is a collection of disruptor stocks, and the downside pressure is worse than the upside for there at the moment. Okay, I got 3 puts on Carvana. As soon as it hits 75, let's see if this is a gift that keeps on giving, says Credit Savage. I'm showing it now at $74.95, $75, up $4.50 a share. This is the level where shorts can be taken on, puts can be bought. But again, make sure you get the right put with not too much premium on it. Give yourself time to generate the return. Because I just get the impression that the Carvana is more of a $65-$75 market rather than a $75-$85 market. That's where I'm at right now. We're up 326 on the Dow Jones, and we're up 53 on S&P. We're up 191 on NASDAQ right now. We got gold down $17, oil down $1.67. GE stock price has been cut to 120 from 132 at Bank of America Securities. And we've got, this morning we saw downgrades, target price downgrades on Google by at least 7 or 8 major investment houses, $100 to $200 a share each. Again, buying opportunity for Google long term, but again, you have to tolerate the markets as they are right now. It's just the way it is. Let's see what else is happening here. Again, thank you all of you for being here. Haven't had time to read all your comments really today. It's just been a little hectic here playing this market. Alberto, what are your thoughts on Boeing's share price going forward? The company way under delivered on their earnings, their revenues. They're up $15 a share right now to 152. It's not looking good. These guys, the losses continue to come in. They're bleeding red ink all over the place, and they're running into trouble with regulators because of shoddy and hurried and suspect inspections. They had all kinds of problems on the MAX, the 737 MAX, problems on 777s, problems on Dreamliners, and they are quickly attempting to rectify all issues. But boy, has it cost them on the bottom line, and has it cost them on a reputation basis? Oh yeah, has it ever? Don't forget too, China isn't happy with America right now with tariffs. China isn't happy with America for all their own problems. You think China's going to hurry up and buy a bunch of Boeing planes right now? I don't think so, and so that's not helping either. If Europe is going to stay in a recession and going to be in a more ridiculous, more deeper recession, Boeing airplanes are the last thing that airlines are going to be looking at right now. In Europe, the pressure from national governments to domestic airlines, buy Airbus planes. Why? It employs Europeans all over Europe. Of course, there are European Airbus planes made in America. I believe it's North Carolina. And so that would be good for North Carolinians and other suppliers to Airbus. But Boeing is up against it. So Alberto, you can write out of the money calls on BA and not fear a major upside. Now, it's recovered. It's down $15 this morning to 152. It got to 151. This might be the low for a while. So writing 160s might be a safe bet going out a few weeks. Again, you don't want to write at the money, but you don't want to let, you don't want to, you may want to sit back and see if the stock can recover to 155, 57, then write 160s or 62s or 165s and be conservative about it and let the money come in. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. What else is happening out here? Thank you all for joining me this morning. Tons of stuff going on here. We're up now 267 on the Dow, 44 on S&P, 168 on Nasdaq. I don't know how long this will last. Oil down 170 right now. Roku stock price target cut to 145 from 235 at Bank of America. More downgrades coming in. Been watching these downgrades being made this morning. There have been a number of them. Let's see, upgrades and downgrades. We've got, let's take a look at some of these guys here. Ooh, boy, lots of reports coming out this morning, a ton. Texas Instruments, let's take a look at it right now. Here we go. On the recommendations lately, so far today, there have been downgrades for target prices. Mitsu 190 saying 175 now. Morgan Stanley saying 181 now, $170 price target on Texas Instruments. Barclays from 170 to 150. Credit Suisse 200 to 195. That's interesting. $5 downgrade. KeyBank 240 to $220. Morgan Stanley 198 to 181. Now 181 to 170. That's in like 3 days. They've done it again. Second downgrade. So there have been downgrades on Texas. It's trading at 163.80, down 464. Day high and low 160, 164. So this 165 level might well be the price to short this thing at or buy puts on it and look for it to go under 160. That could well be the scenario here. On Google, I'll tell you some of these price downgrades on Google. Jeffries 3,400 down from 3,600. Truist Securities 3,500 from 3,600. Morgan Stanley down to 3,270 from 3,450. Right now we're trading around 2,330 on the stock. So these guys are reluctant to even be close to the actual markets. Stifel 3,100 from 3,500. Wells Fargo 34 from 36. Rosenblatt 4118 from 4183. I mean, out of reality. Barclays 3,200 from 3,300. UBS 3,600 to 3,850. Do you think these guys have a vested interest in Google's business and banking business? They don't even want to recommend the stock down to where it's actually trading at. I mean, talk about their heads up their butts or what. These guys are so deep in they can't see the forest for the trees. Unbelievable. I have a tough time with analysts that are $1,000 away from the market when they downgrade a stock. I mean, what credibility do these people have? Zero. They have zero credibility in my book. This is clearly a conflict of interest where all these firms, analysts, are afraid to call a spade on the stock, and they don't want to get fired from their jobs because the relationship between these financial firms in New York with Google and all the other monsters out there is just so deep they don't dare upset them. It is laughable. It is absolutely laughable. As a retail investor, you have got to be so careful out there not to get caught in the hype, the garbage hype that is being put out there by some of these guys. Congress will never investigate this. Why should an analyst recommend a stock? They say maintain or outperform, and they call the stock from $4,100 to $4,000 when it's trading at 20 whatever $100 a share. I mean, I just, it's a joke. It's a complete joke, and this has not gone away since The Big Short. If you recall how the movie The Big Short covered the housing crisis, and these bankers went to the rating agencies and said, "Why are you giving these investments in these mortgages on homes that are clearly empty and abandoned, where the owners have walked away? Why are you giving these AAA ratings on these bonds when clearly they're junk?" And the answer is, well, if we don't do this, we could lose business. They're being paid to give the ratings. Guess what happened to the housing market? It was just absolute disgrace. This is still going on today. Going on with these top end stocks being rated so highly when they are not delivering the goods. And the reality is the next quarter and the quarter after will not deliver. They will not be able to deliver the goods if we have an economic slowdown, and I think we got one coming. It blows my mind. And then Jennifer walks.
I thought you were talking about that you'd been abandoned and rejected. I'm still here, honey.
Thank you, honey. Oh, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I think. I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. Oh, shills be shilling. Nazareth, 171 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for giving this the angry old man thumbs ups today. I appreciate those.
The market's having a little cap out.
We're up 300 points on Dow.
Right.
We're down 800 last night. We're up 300 now. Everything should be fine. Everybody should be happy. We're up 300 from losing 800 yesterday. What's the problem?
See, and Canadian banks are down, which I always think is people are selling the safe stock to go play the other stocks.
Or they're selling the safe stock
Yeah.
to cover margin calls on the junk they've been buying. And that used to happen in our business.
That too.
Remember, broker? Remember, stockbroker? Yes, we used to get the calls from head office, and they would say, I got some sell orders for you. Get your pink sheets out. Okay, get the sell orders out. And we would be writing down these sell orders.
Yeah.
And they would tell us, we got about 15 clients out here in Toronto.
Or tell Joe we're selling his stock.
That are getting margin calls, and you've got to sell this stock by the end of the day or by the end of the week. It's Wednesday morning, and by the end of this week, we want all these stocks sold at the best price you can get for us.
Yeah.
Because these dollars that you're bringing in are going to cover margin calls that we have lying around here. We've given clients 24 hours to 72 hours to cover, or we sell them out Friday afternoon. And Jen would write down sell order after sell order after sell order after sell order. Then she'd call me on the inter-office phone and going, just got a bunch of sell orders from Toronto.
Should I fill them and then tell the broker, or
yeah.
shall I tell the broker?
So then we'd be talking to the floor trader about this wave of pink sell orders coming in, and our floor trader would go, Dominion Securities has got a bunch of orders coming in. Sell.
Yeah.
Gold.
It's not us. It's
Green
the
Shields.
market.
This outfit. We got sellers coming in from all over Canada right now on millions of shares on the Alberta Stock Exchange. You've just joined the party, and our trader would just work away these orders as best he could, and he would report back to us saying, got you out of this, got you out of that. I'm still trying to get rid of this. I'm still trying to get rid of that. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
And then we'd call Toronto and say, here are your results. Here are your fills. And we'd hear on the other end, you sold this at this price. We got rid of 10,000 of that price.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah. And then the clients would get the calls from the brokers once they got the fills. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. But then we'd get phone calls once in a while from the manager of the accounting department. And he'd call me up. And he'd say, hey, listen, I just want to let you know, you guys did a phenomenal job today. It was a difficult market this morning. You did phenomenally. We have bailed out a whole bunch of problems here because of your office's good work. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know that you're watching what we're doing.
That's why I'm such a big believer in oral trading.
Oral trading, absolutely. Why that really matters, because you have people handling the orders and the sellouts in an orderly fashion. Right now, any of you guys get a notification that you have a margin call, before you can breathe, you've been sold out. You're wiped out,
and
there's no mercy.
Saying sell it at market.
Market computer just sells it whatever it can get.
No regard for the market.
No regard.
Yeah.
None. Yeah. The computer doesn't wait for buy orders to come in to buy the stock that has to be sold. It just sells it whatever it can get at. That's why stink bids are your key to making money. And my next class will be all about stink bids. And I'm kind of thinking next week, Saturday, we might do a class live for stink bids, stink offers. We might just be doing
last weekend in Calgary.
Just about.
Yeah.
Just about the last weekend. Well, our second last weekend.
I'm running at it. Well, I
It's
don't know.
so
I
hard
haven't
to
known
keep
what
track.
day it is for 2 years.
Yeah, we don't know what day it is. We're nomads. We don't
It's a
have a
market
house.
day or a non-market.
What is
day?
it?
What
I
is
don't know. I don't know.
it? I don't know.
The Dow is only up 150 now. We've backed off 150 points from the high. We're up 30 on
Go
S&P.
up and come back in again.
NASDAQ up 167. We're going down today. There's no doubt about it. Good morning, Jen from Duncan. Good morning, Jen from John Anderson. Larry Titus says hi. Frumbler, 176 thumbs up. 333 are here right now, says Duncan. Fantastic. There you go, Tesla. Good boy, says Doobie. Berto says thanks. Duncan is saying our number 1 year. 1 year almost down 60%. ARK Beach Boy. Hi, Uncle Bruce. I wrote 24 GameStop May 13 140s for 765 and set a limit to buy back at 365. I hope you like this. Love it, my man. Love it. You are figuring it out. Write contracts on an uptick and wait for it to come back and give you the gift that keeps on giving, my man. Thank you, and way to go, buddy.
A creative way to pay for your stock.
Oh, what a beautiful way to make money on stock you're holding anyway. Absolutely. I love those 140s. Well done. Love that move. Yes. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. Right on, man. I hope Jen likes it as well. Jen seems happy. Yes. Nick is saying, Bruce, Uncle Bruce, I had shorted Carvana again today. Average price 74.22. I'm up big in profit. Should I take it or wait for more?
Hogs get slaughtered.
Well, that's the thing, right? If this market backs off, like the Dow keeps depreciating like it is, Carvana will likely go with it in sympathy. You're at 72.56 last I see, 72.05. Put in a stink bid, maybe 71.56 or 71.28, something like that. If it hits, it hits. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. There's money in them there hills, and you're grabbing them, and I love it. Keep in mind, 71.93 now, just backed off again. Keep in mind, you may do several trades today on Carvana. You might be doing several.
Ride the train.
I love this. Ride that short train, says Jen. Ride the train.
One station to the other.
One station to the other. Yeehaw. 71 on Carvana, up 122. We may be in the red here at any time. So I know you're watching it like a hawk. You're absolutely on it. And like I say, I like the odds that are in your favor here. This thing is in trouble. There's no doubt about it. This stock's in trouble. I don't even know if 70 is a support level anymore. I suspect it might survive the first attack, but it then bounce up again. And this is why you may want to do a buyback, sit back, let the stock have another dead cat bounce, hit it again, and then let it go through 70 and then pick it off at 68 and then come back to 71, 72, hit it again. And if it pops back to 66, thank you very much, sir. May I have another and another and another. Nick, keep on top of that. I love the way it's working for you. Exciting stuff, no question about it. 71.48 now on Carvana, up only $1. Wow. GameStop right now, folks, is 130.39. The high of the day on GameStop, 132.68. That's all it could get. And we've backed off. Volume on GameStop, 259,000. That is really light. That is very, very light. The Dow up 154, now up 136. The Dow backing off again. And it's bringing down the markets.
Taking the escalator down, not even the stairs.
It's taking the escalator. The escalator. 130.01 on GameStop. More pressure coming in on that stock right now. Nick S. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Just made 41 grand. Nice going, Nick. Nice. I love it when Nick makes money. I really love it when Nick makes money. Are shorts or puts a better option for a tumbling stock? Are shorts or puts a better option? If you have enough capital to play with. Thank you, Beach Boy. Thank you for that. I just saw that come in. If you have enough capital, you can do shorting. But you better be on top of that market, and you better have a system that gives you live quotes that you can really react on, because you have got to have a hair trigger on short sales. Puts are a little different because you can only risk the amount of money you put into a put, and you want to make sure you have enough time to get the put to deliver, not pay too much of a premium. You got to be picky, and sometimes you can't play certain stocks with puts because the premiums are so ridiculous you can't do it, and so you got to be careful. I love it when people are writers of options. If you're a long-term holder of a stock, you're a writer. You're a poor man covered call player. You're a writer. You're constantly taking money off the table by selling a call, buying them back, selling calls, buying them back, selling calls, buying them back. And it doesn't matter if the stock fluctuates on you. You don't care. You're making the spread all the time, the time. And over a year, you add up the dough and go, yeah, I'm down $15 on the stock, but I'm up $60 on my call writing. Thank you very much for a loser stock that made me money. I love deals like this. Okay. Cesar says, thanks, guys. You got it. Welcome one, welcome all. We're up 134 on the Dow, still under pressure. Carvana just went red. It just hit the low 70s here.
Whoa.
Just went red. It's sitting right now 70.63 at 14, but it is in trouble. Twitter 48.32 down 136. A buy there for the $54 buyout. GameStop 129.80 again under 130 a share. SoFi down a penny at 628. It just had gone green. Was holding green. Is now negative 1 penny. Rocket Lab up 7 cents. Carvana 70.18 down 31 cents right now. I'm busy.
You're busy.
It's.
And I noticed you have your coffee and your cola.
Well, I had to finish that coffee, and then I finally had my cola and talking to my viewers, and staying on top of the options thing. And, it's money making time. It's option writer heaven on a stick. It's heaven on a stick. It is easy. 77-point gain on the Dow. We are coming back fast. We were up 300 something points. Just 15 minutes ago, the opening we were up. We're at
last time I looked, it was
42 minutes into the market. We're only up 62 on the Dow. This market is coming off. The S&P is up 15. It's backing off, and Nasdaq is up 39, and it's coming off too. Oil down 147. Yeah, this market's backing off. 129.03 on GameStop. We're backing up there. Carvana 69.90. Couldn't hold 70. Nick. What can I tell? I had no idea that it would even do this. But again, look for a dead cat recovery and then hit it again. Unbelievable.
Right call.
Wow. No. You don't go long on this thing. It's one way only. One way only. Credit Savage, you got to be laughing on those puts you bought. You got to be laughing on those. Oh, we're busy. What can I say? Uncle Bruce, what point do you think we'll hear GameStop splits? The day of the annual meeting or the day after? Which is what, June 9? Is that the date? They have to have a board meeting to officially announce it, and the rumor is 5 to 7. Rumors, no confirmation. I don't know. I'll let you know, Double D. When I know or someone else knows, it'll be here. And if you're a GameStop follower, this is where you want to be. We'll be on top of that story. The Dow holding a 72-point gain and only 72 points. Carvana 69.69 down 80 cents and falling.
And it's falling by 20 cents, 30 cents.
It's dropping
going
fast.
by increments.
It's going by increments. But Nick, way to go, buddy. Making money, and I love it. 128.93 on GameStop, up 116 and falling fast. Way to go, Beach Boy, putting in those stink bids. And everyone else, those of you who are writing, congratulations. You're getting paid to be a shareholder, as you should be right now.
Yes.
What should I do about my bagel today? What should I have for a bagel today?
Like just ham and cheese?
Yeah, let's do that. And let's put on that Felipe's good measure of that, because I'm trying to clear the sinuses, and people love it when I blow my nose on TV.
You're such a good blower.
They love it. They just go, wow. Then they go, why is he showing fireworks? Oh, because he's blowing his nose. That's why.
Oh, so they don't get to hear it?
Not always, but
and
more often than
our
not.
delicate little daughter, it's just a little thing.
Yeah.
Blows her nose like you do.
Yeah.
It's like an elephant is in the room.
No. The kid's taking after the old man. I'm taking after my dad. I'm wondering what my granddad was like. It's probably the same way. 56-point gain on the Dow. We are slipping. We are slipping back right here, right now. Jen, thank you so much. You can take that thing away.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Same.
Cheers to all of you from here as Jen is taking that thing away. Fantastic. Thank you guys for being here. We have a lot going on. I hope you're able to take advantage of this down dip here. The Dow up now 33 points. We're about to go red on the Dow. I think we're going to go red on everything. We're only up 2 points on NASDAQ. We're going red. We're up 7 on S&P. We're up now 29 points on the Dow. We are going down quick, heading lower. 128.60 128.40 on GameStop, now barely up 18 cents at 127.78 on GameStop. We're backing off even further. I think we're at the low of the day, 127.26 we've touched on the low of the day here on GameStop. Carvana, 69.13, backing off yet again. Twitter, 48.02, down 165. Sextera, 12.32, up 5. Rocket Lab, up 6 cents. SoFi, 6.18, down 11. GameStop now red, 127.55, negative on the day now on GameStop. We have gone into the red. This is pushing lower levels at the moment. All right, what else is going on? Let's see. I wish you all the best. Take care, says John. Splair, I just traded today's sell position that works pretty good to bet against Twitter and Meta. Rob, Uncle Bruce blows. Claire, writing cash secured puts on Carvana look lucrative. May puts are going for at least $6 to $7 a contract. Interesting stuff. If you're going to go long on Carvana, if you want to bet on the upside on Carvana, you can do it by writing cash secured puts. But man, do you want to write 60s, 50s maybe? What kind of premiums can you get for say 3-6 months out? Carvana, 68.98 right now on Carvana. Wow, unbelievable. GameStop, 127.52 to 128.10 right now as we're jumping around here, back and forth. SoFi down 11 cents. Twitter 172 lower at 47.96. This company is being taken out at 54.20. It's a definite. You're going to get 54.20. You may have to wait 6 months to get it, but is there something wrong with paying around $48 for a stock that you're going to get 54.20 for? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But to each his own, it is what it is. The Dow negative 1.2 points. We just went red on the Dow. We're down 20 on NASDAQ now. S&P is barely holding on to a 1 point gain, if that. We're down 17 on the Dow Jones right now. My biggest iPad can't even keep up with these quotes. We're down 26 on the Dow, down 3 on S&P, down 40 on NASDAQ, heading negative in a hurry. 127.92 on GameStop, and I don't know if that's going to hold much longer there. We are under pressure on these markets. 68.30 on Carvana as it continues to back off, having reached today $74. Credit Savage, you got to be laughing with those puts right now. You got to be laughing on those puts right now. Anyway, Uncle Bruce, can I do anything with my SoFi shares? Buy more. Buy these shares from children who are dumb enough to give them away at $6.17 a share. An absolute giveaway of giveaways. The company's coming up with their financials on May the 10th. You got to hang around for 2 weeks. Hang around for 2 weeks. Buy these shares. Wait 2 weeks. Let them speak. Let them do their conference call. Let them tell the world how fast they're growing, how wide open they are now that they're a chartered bank. Buy this stuff. I cannot emphasize how cheap and how easy money this is going to be. You got a 6-month time frame. Oh, are you going to make money? In my opinion, I think you're going to do really, really well. Anyway, will it dip under 6? I don't know. It's at 6.17. It's down 12 cents. It's not down $1.20. It's down 12. It's reluctantly backing off. Everyone selling this stock is losing money. Every seller selling here is losing money. It hurts. This is your chance to add to the pain level and take your pound of flesh. You've all earned it. It's a winner, chicken dinner. Sooner or later, you'll be rewarded for your efforts. But you got to have some chutzpah. Step up and buy this stuff. Oh, my gosh. 68.21 on Carvana. Don't buy that. Man, 47.88 on Twitter. You can buy that. Man, oh, man. 127.92 on GameStop. We're up 33 cents. The Dow is down 7 points as we are gyrating here like crazy. We're up 1 point on S&P and only 1 point. We're down 17 on NASDAQ, and we may be on the precipice of another backing off right here. You know what? I'm buying 100 SoFi every month at these prices. I'm just buying another 100, another 100, another 100. You will be rewarded, my friend. Vilbus, while my portfolio wilts away, I'm longing to look at my 2200 SoFi shares and daydream of the future. Yes, at 30 bucks a share, are any of you going to do really well with that? How rich will you be if SoFi is 30 bucks a share a year from now? How wealthy will you be? Oh my gosh. Rob, I wonder if Cheddar is still holding on to his SoFi. I wonder. WD, good morning, all. I'm number 95 thumbs ups this morning. Thank you for being here. We've had some thumbs ups coming in. We now have 198 already have been registered. Thank you, all of you, for helping this channel get some momentum by nailing that thumbs up button right now to the wall. Hit that sucker and get us over 250, 300 thumbs ups ASAP. Thank you all for these thumbs ups. They make such a difference to the momentum of this channel. And the more people that find us, the more they're going to find out about the stocks that we follow and like. And it's a win-win scenario. That's all I'm saying. The Dow's down 8, 68.50 now on Carvana. Twitter 47.97 down 170. That's a bargain down there. SoFi 621 down 8, a little better. We bottomed out at 614, the all-time low 614, and here we are now at 621. Volume 13.4 million. Someone's buying up this stock. There's 13 million shares of buying. There's 13 million shares of selling, but you got to have a buyer to have a seller. Interesting. 621, 622 on SoFi. GameStop 128.47, up 87 cents, trying to hang on right now. The Dow up 26 as we speak. Oh boy, we've got a ton going on here. A ton of stuff going on here. What's going on here? Aaron, Uncle Bruce, do you have an estimate of how much SoFi could potentially reach at price point? I think it'll hit new all-time highs within the year. Because the company a year from now, the bank a year from now will have another couple of million users. They'll be at 5-6 million users. They'll have probably already turned a profit, and their prospects are just going to be phenomenal. Could it be that these guys buy up other competitors? Maybe. Could it be that with 3 to 3.5 to 4% interest rates, with prime rates at 4.5 to 5.5%, that these guys are writing car loans at 6-7%, getting money for 3 and 4, and getting 7 or 8 for their money? Their credit card division, their margin division, could they steal so much market share from Robinhood that they put Robinhood out of business, along with everybody else that's going to put Robinhood out of business? I wonder. There's so much upside for these guys, and they have such a huge base of capital. This is a win-win, and in my opinion, this is anyone selling it here, I suspect, who's selling it here at 620 is inexperienced. They don't know how the market works, and or they're being margin called out because of something else they bought, and they have to sell this to get cash. They're being margined. They're being marginalized. Thank you, Jen. Here are the hands. You got your death. What t-shirt is that? The Feeding the Pigeons? Death
and her brother's dream.
There you are. There you go.
For you comic book aficionados.
There you go. You can see your chin.
Can you see my chin?
Yeah, we see your chin.
Oh, all of them. Okay.
All of my chins.
Bye.
Okay, thank you. Got me a bagel with ham and cheese and Felipe's hot mustard horseradish sauce from downtown Los Angeles. If you're ever in downtown LA, across the street from Union Station, the railway station, you go to Felipe's. The original, Felipe's original. You get the double dipped beef sandwiches, pork sandwiches, and you pick off a jar of their mustard and bring it home. Oh, baby, you want to clear your sinuses? Here you go. Oh, baby, you gotta love it. Jersey Todd, holding 1,100 SoFi. I'm going to keep buying this stuff. Bobby, the estimated profit this year on SoFi. Morning. Love the t-shirt. Oh, no, I missed the chin. I got to rewind the show. Good morning, Auntie Jen. Mallow is loving it. GQ. Wow. Carvana. 66.47 on Carvana. Unbelievable. This is surprising to me. It's so fast that it went this low. So fast. Unbelievable. Wow. Twitter, 48.02. Rocket Lab up to SoFi, 619. GameStop, 128.26. The Dow up 56. 51 up on the Dow. Dead cat bounce. We're up 12 on S&P, 16 on NASDAQ. I think we're going lower. Unreal. Aaron, I got 2,000 SoFi. You can't have them. You can't get them from me. Aaron, those shares are not available from Aaron. Not right now.
Is it making you cry?
No.
Oh, dear. Okay.
It's good.
I always think I put lots on.
Yeah.
On both sides.
I feel it.
Okay.
But it's not.
Not making you cry as much as the market.
Markets are good times. Oh my, we're down 29. We're up 29 on the Dow, but we're backing off right now. Okay. Oh boy. Clay. Forget what I said about Carvana cash secured puts. I'm scared. There you go. 66.53 on Carvana. Now 65.75 looks like the range, doesn't it? It's not 75.85. 65.75. Maybe 65.70 might be the range. I wonder, man, is it getting hammered? Absolutely hammered. That $80 deal, dead in the water. I don't know if it's been done or not. I'm not sure. If they've done the deal, they got the money. If they didn't do the deal ain't getting done. They don't get the money. Now what? That's what I'm wondering. We're up 12 points on the Dow. We're backing off again. We're coming back now. NASDAQ red again. We're down 6 points on NASDAQ. Oil down $1.50 a barrel right now. GameStop 127.61 up a penny. We're coming back. SoFi 615, a penny away from its low of all time. 14 cents lower on SoFi. Duncan, Carvana is low on gas. Alberto, damn these covered calls. Wowza. Nick, dang it. I should have waited to cover. Pigs get slaughtered, my friend. We make money every trade. DQ, Cisco looking to break under 50. Like I said, just put in a stink bid on Carvana. Put 3 at 65 and 3. No, what's going on here? At 655. I'm not sure. Wooly trying to put in a stink bid on Carvana put. Okay. Keep us posted. How are you making money? Are you guys making money up there? 65.61 on Carvana, down 480. Dow's only up 3 now as we are coming back. GameStop down 90 cents, 126.77. New low of the day right now on GameStop. GameStop down to 126.70, down 90, backing off on the day. This is the low of the day on GameStop right now. All of you writing options out there, keep your eyes on your stink bits. Dow down 37. We're off. GameStop 126.30, down $1.30. Mm. 126.08 GameStop. New low. $125.84 is the low of the day on GameStop now. Backing off in a hurry. Dow's off 85. Dow's off 85. S&P down 7. NASDAQ down 43. Dow now down 96 points. Falling quickly. Twitter 47.98. It's a buy. SoFi new low all time 610. All time new low on SoFi. GameStop 125.80. Another newer low. Right and covered calls making money, baby. 125.46 on GameStop, new low for the day. The Dow off 128. We are going down, baby. Our markets are backing up. Uncle Bruce, when are you going to Europe? By mid-May, we will be in London. Mid-May, we will be in London. Trying to put together a meet and greet in London and Amsterdam. I might be able to pull off a meet and greet in Berlin. I might be able to pull one off in Munich and Zurich. We're going to take over Europe. We're just taking it over. We're moving in. We're coming in. Tesla 885. Wow, says that. Nick, Uncle Bruce, I was so right about my prediction on Carvana at 65. It's now 64.56. Nick, you nailed it. You nailed it. Bama Babe, this is my kind of day when I am busier than a one-armed paper hanger writing cover calls. Bama Babe making money today. Beautiful. Uncle Bruce, you were right. You called it, says that. You called it. Nick, I'm not shorting now, DQ, nibbling to get in for the dump if it goes up later on. Alberto, my Boeing not selling these, you know what, Sam Jackson voice. Oh, man. Okay, Carnival. Okay, Carvana. So hard to trade. Get the kids ready for school and deal with the accidents they have without diapers. Get a bottle ready and trade, but made a few bucks today. Thank you, Uncle Booze. Buy the classes, says Savage. Buy the classes. Oh, by the way, good morning, everyone, from a week ago, 2410. Good morning, everybody. We're down 90 on the Dow. We are going to update my biggest iPad to be more reflective of reality. The S&P is down 6.5. NASDAQ down 35 points. Oil down 154. Carvana 64.93. Twitter 48.14. Rocket Lab down 2. SoFi at 6.14, down 15 cents. Low of the day on SoFi 6.09. New all-time low right now. 6.14 last trade. GameStop 125.91. The low of the day on GameStop looks like 124.74. We're back to 125 right now. We got AMC at 15.40, down a dime. Matterport down 17 to 5.62. ME down 2 pennies Spire up 5.5 cents to 161. ATIP down a penny. Smart Rent unchanged. Pfizer down 11 cents. Hewlett Packard down 17 to 36.17. Robinhood 9.49 down 51 cents. All-time low 9.45. We're going down to 5 or further. We've got Vanik Semiconductors down 177. Home Depot down 38 cents. It's gone red. IBM down 130. Microsoft still up 12.29, got up to 286, now at 282.50, and starting to level out here. Options can be written here. 285s all day long, 290s for month out. Take some premiums here. Apple down 75 cents to 156. Goldman up $2 to 315. Cisco down 97 cents, 98 to 49.92. 46 might be the target now for Cisco. Might be 46. Facebook down 350. I think we're going lower. The numbers come out tonight, and I think we're going to go substantially lower here. Amazon down 26 bucks. Tesla up 18. Google down 104. Tesla 985. Google 2285 down 104.85. Bed Bath Beyond down 64. BlackBerry down 7. Royal Caribbean down 28 cents to 78.39. Target down 4. JP Morgan down 58. Costco up 160. Walmart down 71. Nvidia down 249. American Airlines down 17 cents. Netflix down $6 to 192. Anybody know of a 150 level on Netflix? Might be happening. Moderna down 480 at 140.91. Just hanging around there. What else? Oh my gosh. Boeing down 19.92. We're not going anywhere on Boeing right now. 147 a share. That was once a 450 stock 2-3 years ago. Unbelievable carnage. GameStop 126.13, down 147. Dead cat bounce here. We're not going anywhere on that one. The Dow down 7. Carvana 65.14. 70 is resistance, I think now. 65, 64, maybe support. I don't even know about that. Oh my gosh. Good morning, everybody. DH Hattie's Doobie. I'm so glad I've discovered how to protect myself from the downside on my long position. Saved me tens of thousands. Austin, SoFi, how low can you go? Can you go down low all the way to the floor? How low can you go? Can you bring it to the top? Never been, never stop. What can he say? Mr. T, hi, Uncle B. I'm thumbs up number 200 today. These appear to be strong supports. Seems to be strong support for GameStop at 124. May see a bounce there. If not, next daily support is all the way down to 103. Let's make more money. There you go, Mr. T. Money is coming our way here. Zed Goldman almost to its 52-week low. I would like to sell a Goldman Sachs put. I'm thinking of a 300 strike, but how far should I go? Zed, I just don't know. I know what you're thinking, and if you could buy a put really cheap, fine. But you better be far out in time. You better not shortchange yourself in time. Nick, Uncle B, I am buying Twitter with the profits from Carvana. Would that be a good move, or should I buy GameStop instead? You can't go wrong either way certainly can't go wrong on Twitter. I mean, cannot go wrong on Twitter. 54.20 cash offer. There is no cash offer on the GameStop. The question is, how low will GameStop go first? GameStop could go below 120. It really can. There's no guarantee that GameStop will not break 120. I'll tell you right now, between now and the annual meeting, Ryan Cohen can't buy stock. He really can't buy stock. He'd have to do all kinds of filings. They'd have to change all their proxy information, all their annual report information. The cost of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars in fees. He's not going to do it. So it's going to have to be after the meeting. And even then, he might be restricted as to what he can do and not do, because the split will be announced. So the stock can still back off. Remember, he only paid a 102 average to buy his additional stock. That's all he did. He didn't buy it up here. So it can still have downside, Nick. So you may be better off on Twitter. 48.25, 47.90, something in that neighborhood might be the way to go. Absolutely. Nick, you can always write options on Twitter. You can write 54s, write 52, 50s, 53s. bring in a couple of bucks, you can always do that too. It's a win-win-win, man. It's a win-win-win. Totally your call. But way to go, man. You're making money in this market. The Dow is up 40 right now. Another dead cat bounce. We've got S&P up 13, NASDAQ up 38, trying to go up. But I don't think it's going to happen. Gold down $15. Gold down oil down 126 a barrel. 126.36 on GameStop, down 124. Carvana 64.78, not getting a recovery of any real significance. The low of 64.09. 4.9 million volume. This is not looking good at all. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I hope for Carvana's sake that they were able to raise the money at 80. I'm hoping for their sake, but does it hurt if you bought this at 80 bucks on an offering that they bumped up to 15 million? They may have had a bought deal there by the skin of their teeth. They're surviving. I don't know. This is something else. Zed Estate, hey, Bruce, donation for you for $5. Last week you said it would be wise to buy back Goldman Sachs put. Now I would like to sell again, write again with a $300 strike. How should I write a Goldman Sachs? Thank you very much. Well, okay, if you can write a $300 put contract on Goldman and get a nice premium to do it, look into that. Go out a couple of months, maybe 3 months, knowing that if you have to do a rollover, you can always do a rollover. But Goldman wants to go back to 330 to 350. You are laughing all the way to the bank here, but make sure you get a premium that you can cash in on. Don't be getting a puny, tiny little premium. You're putting up, what is it, $300? You're putting up 30 grand to write a put. You want to be rewarded for this effort without a doubt. Let me just grab my big ass iPad and get it fired up here. Goldman 315.08 is the stock price, up 196 right now. Options, see if I can get options to pop up here. There we go. Let's take a look a little further out here. Just going to try that. Okay. If you're going to write contracts, in theory, you could look at writing July 15th. That's going out a little bit. If you write 300s, they're 1405 bid right now. 310s are 1790 bid. But writing a 300, if you can write a 300 for more than 14 bucks, it's a 1450 bid ask. If you get, let's say you get 14, just to make this a simple calculation, you are committing to buy the stock at 286. You buy Goldman at 286 a share. That's an unbelievable bargain. So yeah, nothing wrong with taking 1425, 1450 on a contract. Writing a 310 would get you about $18, but that means that you're buying it at 292 versus 286. On the one hand. On the other hand, the stock hit a low of 308 a couple of weeks ago. You got to, if you write a 300, you're saying to the stock, I dare you to come down to 300. I dare you. Come on down here. Might be a way to go. A 290 would bring you about 11 bucks, and that means you're paying 279 for the stock, net. And defying the market, come on down to 290. But you're going to get $11 in premiums between now and July. But you're coughing up 30 grand to get between 1,100 and on that 300 about $1,400. So is 1,400 enough of a return for your 30 grand that you're putting up to get it? There's the question. If you're going to buy a put, then you're playing with fire, because these premiums are going to work against you between now and that time frame. But there you are. This 300, July. Let me look forward a little further. If you go to an October contract, October 21, a 300 will bring you about $23. So you could get upwards of a $2,300 return in cash for a $30,000 wager, where you are net committing to buy the stock at 277. I like that deal too. Obviously, if the shares go to 330, 340, these contracts are 40 out of the money. They will be down by half at least, even in the next, say, month or two. But the question is, will we have a recovery to that level? It can happen in days. We all know that. Goldman can move quickly in a short period of time. So there's a couple of potential moves here for you to consider. Going shorter in time, that's a question to be asked. Do you want to write a late May contract? Let's take a look here if I can get this to refresh properly. Excuse me. 315 on the stock right now. May contracts. Come on in here. Okay, May. May the 20th, the third Friday of the month. 300s would only bring you $625 a piece. Not worth it. It's just not worth it. You're better off to go for $1,400 into July's. You need money. You need a payoff. If you're going to commit to paying $300 for the stock, I don't think getting $6 means a $294 net to you. That's not good enough. You want to get, if you can get $1,400 and commit to paying $386 instead of $394, that's at least worth more time. Or going further out, like I said, going further out, $1,100 to $1,400 a contract, depending on what month you want to go in. For 300s in any event, okay? All right, I hope that helps. I hope that helps. There's a lot to think about here, Zed, and it's not a race. You've got all the time in the world to pick this one off. Take your time. Dow is up 114 right now. A little pop here on the market. S&P up 23, NASDAQ up 70. We are volatile today. Alberto, Boeing cover call just hit $5 at 160, expiring next Friday. Crossing my arms right now. There you go. Nick, okay, I bought Twitter. Now, which option should I write for a good premium? There you go. Let's take a look here. TWTR, Twitter. Let's see what's going on here. TW, Twitter. Those of you out there who are long Twitter stock, thinking of buying Twitter stock, it's 48.46. Hit a low today at 47.82. Options, to write options on Twitter. Let's see. Can you write, say, something in May or June at a decent premium? That is the question. The stock's 48.47. Let's go into a latter part, further into May. May 20th, the third Friday in May. Let's see what we have here. Not a lot of premiums. Writing 50s will only get you 67 to 70 cents. So you may want to go further out. So let's keep going. Okay, let's go into July's. What can we get for July's? All right, 50s will get you 180. 52.50s will get you about 90 cents. And that's a nice strike price. 52.50 for a $48 buy. Plus 90 cents. That's, not bad. 55s are only 38 cents because that's out of the money on that offer, right? That's the catch right there. So there's not a huge amount you can get. You could write, of course, you can write the 49s and get 240, but that means you're only getting 51.40 on a 54.20 deal. I don't recommend you lock yourself out of the $3. You want to go further out, let's say September 2022. Writing 52.50s will get you about $1.60. That's a $54 price, where you get the $1.60 now and $52.50 later for a $48 purchase. Something wrong with that deal? Not in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with that deal. You want to go further out? January 2023. Let's see how this one works. 52.50s are 220. That will get you 54.70 if you get exercised. You want to be exercised. Believe me, you do want to be exercised on that deal. The 50s will get you about 380. So that's 53.80. That's not a bad exercise instantly if you were to get it quickly. 14,900 contracts exist on the 50s for January 2023. just so you know. Going back to these, where was I? September's. The 50s are just short of 280, 285, 290 range. So if you wrote a 50 for 290, you're getting 52.90 for your stock, but you're giving up $1.30 for the ultimate payout. But you could be exercised at any time on that deal. Again, I'm not guaranteeing it'll happen. 52.50 though, 160. That's a 54.10 deal. I like that deal. I like that contract. I like the selling of a September 16 call 52.50 for $1.60. I like that deal. You want to be exercised right now. That's what you want. You get the 54 now, buying it at 48.20. $6 profit. Thank you very much. I'll take $6 anytime on a $48 investment. That's a return on my money. So there you go, Nick. There's a couple of thoughts for you. Keep an eye on that. Zed, I hit the thumbs up button, 212. Thank you so much. Mirko, hey, Uncle B, I just bought back GameStop 170 that expires May the 20th. I sold 11 days ago for $17.29. I just bought it back for $2.56. Thank you very much. Writing 135s, 40s on the next pop. So the profit made on that transaction, it's a $1,729 in receipts to sell it, paying $256 to buy it back. That's almost $1,500 in 11 days on a contract. If you did 10 of them, hello. Is that good money? I would say so. I sold, Christina, I sold 2 GameStop calls less than 30 minutes ago for $420 a contract. They're now worth $254. The stock's 126.80 down 80 cents. 126.54 down 106. Beautiful job, Christina. Welcome to the party. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All of you guys. Now they're worth 229. Look at that. Down they go. Beautiful stuff, guys. Christina, should I buy back and make 379 or wait it out, see if it drops more? It's dropping more right now. Put in a stink bid at 210, 206. See if you get lucky down there. Score. Wait. Comes back up. Write it again. And nail it a second time. Absolutely available for you. Fantastic. Mirko, 50% in 35 minutes. I take that deal. Thank you. Uncle B says Zed. Way to go, you guys. Beautifully done, all of you here. Uncle Bruce, do you get any money off the ads that play before starting the video on YouTube? If so, I just hit refresh by mistake. You're welcome. I get about a half a penny. I get about a half of a penny every time you get an ad shown to you. So it's chump change. YouTube is paying me $15, $20, $30 a day, depending on the volume of the show. That's all it is. It is just nickels and dimes. It really is. I survive here from memberships. That's my number one source of income, is you being members of this channel. And this is why it is so important for us to have the Chillin' with Uncle Bruce level and Gold Bagel member level right. This is the big one right here. If I know I have a certain number of people that are doing this every month, I know I can just concentrate on doing what I do with you, and I don't have to worry about coming up with gimmicks and stunts to try to get views. I can just honestly tell you what's going on and try to help you make money. It's the way to go. The other way, of course, is you buy my classes, of course, and any donations. You're making some money in the markets and you're throwing us a PayPal donation. Huge for Jennifer and I. Absolutely massive. We never know day to day, minute to minute what's happening, and so this is why I just try to help you guys out making money in these contracts by keeping you posted on what's happening and throwing suggestions your way, and leave it to you to support your favorite YouTuber. That's all I can do. Thank you, everybody. ME under 3. That's ridiculous. Nicholas, quick, everybody. Spam refresh to support Uncle Bruce. There you go. Thank you all. 87-point gain on the Dow right now. Again, we're backing off. We're going to get this all day long, these violent swings. Volatility everywhere. We lost 800 points yesterday. We're up 90 today. We're not going anywhere. Okay, it's not happening. Carvana 64.65. My goodness. The low 64.09. There is no dead cat bounce happening even here. Unbelievable. Twitter 4812, a bargoon. Sextera 1239 up 11. Rocket Lab up 6. SoFi 612 down 16. Low of the day 609 on 18.1 million. Super cheap bargoon. GameStop 125.92 down 168 now on GameStop. 184 lower, 125.76 on GameStop right now. The low of the day 125.58. We're just about there, and I think we can go lower. AMC 1549 down a penny. We've gone red. Matterport down 17 to 562. ME $3 on the nose. Low of the day 298.1. Low of all time 298.1 on ME. Absolutely at its low. No news of any kind coming from the company, and so we're left on our own to decide what are they up to. They're not talking. They're not saying anything. Hello? Anybody home? Oh boy. Adventures with Duncan. Maybe join YouTube Premium, Cindy. No more ads. This is the other thing that I want to mention. I do forget this. Many of you have joined YouTube Prime to get away from the ads. You're doing me a favor if you do that. One, YouTube gives you all kinds of stuff for a YouTube Prime membership, of course. No ads. I think you get music. You get other benefits. But for me, I make more money than I would if you watch my videos every day watching commercials. If you're a YouTube Prime member, I make more money every time for every minute you spend with me. If over the month, if the whole month, you spend 10% of your YouTube time with me for a 30-day time frame, I get 10% of your Prime money, of which I think it's 55% of the Prime money you're giving these guys. I think you're paying them, what, 10 or 12 bucks a month? Varies. Even if you're giving them $10 a month, $5.50 of the 10 goes to creators. If you spend 1/10 of all your YouTube time on my channel, I get 55 cents of your $5.55 out of your $10. And 55 cents doesn't sound like a lot, but you're watching me twice a day for 55 cents. It's 20 days a month approximately that we're dealing with here. I'm getting more than a penny a show. Right now, if you watch my ad, I'm getting less than half a penny a show. You're actually making me more money. So if all of you were to become Prime members, and of course you became these members on top of that, oh wow, you are really adding to my bottom line, and I thank you. I do very much. I just wanted to mention that. Anyway, kind of like pulling the plug, cutting the cord, says Duncan, and the crap ads. Christina, I locked in my $340 profit, and I'm waiting for a rally to see if I can sell again. Christina, you're on it. You are on it. Winners, cash, checks, and get ready. You're an assassin, and you are picking off your targets one by one every single time. You're going to be in these markets a long time. You're going to do very well by doing this. Nick, is it a good idea to nibble Carvana for a dump later if it goes up? No, sir. Do not touch us with a 10-foot cattle prod. Look for a relief rally, a dead cat rally, some kind of a rally into the high 60s, maybe the low 70s. Short it there, and you'll make way more money because it's going to drop a lot faster than going up. You do not know when the next $10 drop is coming from. If there's going to be one, you do not want to be long this stock in any way, shape, or form. Credit Savage. Okay, Uncle Bruce, I took some of those gains today, and I bought 3 ARKK 49 contracts for July. I think by July I may make a few bucks. Let's find out. Duncan, diamonds. I'm going to try YouTube Live TV as well, says Duncan. Scott Brewer, thank you, Scott, for this super chat for $10. I love the things you've taught me, Bruce. Thanks so much for showing us how to tap into the market. This is a crazy year, and a lot of people I know are worried, but you provide a sense of control, and that's the key with an option writing program. You are in control. You make the rules. You set the terms and conditions of an option right, and you get the money up front. That's the thing I love the most. You guys get the money in your account up front the minute you write a contract. The hardest transaction is selling the call. You've done it. Now you're a buyer of the call. And like others here, just in the last few minutes, Christina is exactly doing that perfectly. She's sitting on the money, and she locked in a $340 profit on a contract kind of today. Cynthia, you do that once a day, 5 days a week. You're making $1,700 a week hanging around with us on one contract. I mean, man, is this easy money or what? Beautiful stuff. I love it. Thank you, all of you who are here and you've taken my classes. You're watching the gang over here. You're part of this gang over here. You're a premium member. Whatever way you're supporting us, you're keeping us going, so I can keep it coming to you, and we'll just go from there. The Dow up 181, trying to rally again. I don't know if it has any legs. 64.88 on Carvana, no support. Nick, stay the hell away from Carvana. Don't go long. Twitter 48.30 down 138, 139. Rocket Lab up 11. SoFi 617, the low of the day 609 on SoFi. GameStop 126.64, looking for a little rally for some of you. He can write again on calls. I don't know if there'll be a rally, but we'll see if there is one. Oh my goodness. What else is going on here? I have YouTube Premium for no commercial, says Odin's Pumpkin. Also can lock my phone while watching. It's nice for watching concerts or documentaries, and I don't want commercials all the time. Good job. Credit Savage, come on, CRL. Let's go to 85 again. These puts aren't going to buy themselves, or are they? Trucker Tech, I bought 2 puts on Carvana, and I'm up $110 so far. There you go. You may want to cash them in right now. Let the stock have a little dead cat bounce back to 60, I don't know, 66, 68. Buy them again. Get ready, trucker. You're looking for, you might have some swing trades available here to you. We'll see what happens. Carvana 64.74 right here. It could try and rally back to 68.70, and that's where you buy puts all over again. The Dow up 194. Could that give a rally to Carvana? Maybe. GameStop 127.84, a little better. I know that Christina's watching very closely, and others. Way to go, you guys. Keep your eyes on those contracts. Keep your eyes on those shares. Keep your eyes on the indexes, and just watch where everything tops out, where everything goes. You get the sense that we're topping out. Right? Buyback calls, or puts, and away you go. Short stock, and here we go again. Rinse and repeat all day long. Credit Savage. ADBE, Uncle Bruce, do you think Adobe is a company that's about to turn around, or is it good? Or is it good to buy puts on it right now? What do you think? I don't know anything about Adobe as far as the metrics go, the financials, stocks history. I got nothing, so I'm not able to help you there. I need hours to research it. Duncan, only one I see on TV, always taking your car to somebody, but I never see them on the road. Carvana, never see them delivering new cars. I just see them buying cars. Well, they probably take them to auctioneer lots and blow them off, or they take them to used car dealers and blow them away. They're buying them from people who don't know the value of their cars. People think they're getting a great bargain. You're using a middleman to make money off you, but you know what? You don't want to go to a car dealership. I don't blame you. You don't want to deal with a used car sales manager. I don't blame you. You don't want to put an ad in the paper and hassle with people. I don't blame you. Time is money, and if it's a $500 difference that you could have got or what you actually got, but you saved 10, 20, 30, 40 hours of grief, stress, and headaches, $12.50 an hour, you're worth more than that. You're better off making money right here because you're making more than $12.50 an hour doing this. Leave it to Carvana to take that thing away for you. Absolutely. Anyway, there you go. What can I say? Alberto, thank you, my friend, for that donation on PayPal. You are awesome. You are absolutely awesome. I thank you so much for being here. Jen just loves it. Just thank you so much. Let's go here. Credit Savage, the Carvana CEO's father dumped $400 million into the company. That says a lot. There you go. I don't know at what price, but yeah, there you go. Look, the company could do very well. It could, but the stock right now is in trouble because the market is not doing too well around it, and there are circumstances around this economy that are creating people consternation and concern, and so gives you opportunities, watching me here, to make money on moving stock. Sometimes we don't care what the story is, we just want movement. Stock goes up and down $10 every couple of days. That's all we want. That's all we need. Write a call, buy a call back. Write a call, buy a call back. Write 10 calls, buy it back. Write 50 calls, buy it back. Whatever. Make money. Trucker stink bid hit, locked in 110. Thanks, Uncle B. Well done, my friend. Now, Trucker, keep an eye on that stock. If it pops up to 66, 68, 70, take a look at those puts, whichever puts you want. Put in a stink bid to buy them at a cheap price, and then ride it again if it's going to ride the other way. And thank you very much. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Winners laugh and tell jokes and get ready to do the next one. Well done, everybody. Way to go, you guys. We're up 112 on the Dow, backing off again. Oil down 4 cents, trying to hold on to 101 here. Twitter stock falls on fears Musk might pay termination fee and drop the deal. You think he's just going to instantly turn around and drop the deal? I really wonder if that's the case. Rumors are everywhere, and this is why you write options against your Twitter. Hello, Nick. You write options, those 5250s for September, was it? Write those calls, take the money off the table against your cost, and say, okay, I'm here. Let's see what happens. Interesting how these rumors are now swirling. First, it was Elon is being rebuffed by the board. There's a poison pill. Now there might be somebody else. 3 or 4 other buyers might come in. There's no other buyers. Elon's the only buyer. His bid is accepted. Now he might back out. I think Barron is in the what's the word? Clickbait business. I think Barron's might be in the clickbait business. Whether it's true or not, or happening or not, it doesn't matter. They're just trying to make money. Interesting stuff. Oh man, what else? Let's see what's going on here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Bama Babe, up, down, up, down. My fingers are tired from writing calls and placing stink offers. Whew, I'm working hard here, says Bama Babe. Beautiful job. Nicholas, hey, Uncle B, what about the in the money calls on Twitter? What would you look at, if any? In the money calls on Twitter, should you buy any and write stink bids or write poor man cover calls? Is that what you're asking me about? I don't know if that's a strategy. But it could be. I mean, you could look to buy 40s and then write $50 calls, short term, take some money off the table. I don't know if there's enough premium in it for you, but check out your charts and see if there's enough of a return in it. On the other hand, instead of Twitter, you might do the same on Cisco. Buy $40 in the money calls on Cisco and write 50s, 51s. Take in the money. There might be potential there. A lot of potential there. SoFi 616 right now, down 12 cents. GameStop 126.43, down 117. The low of the day 124.58. We're $2 away on GameStop. A little pop up from the low. We've got Carvana now 64.63. The low of the day 63.88. We're going to see if there's any kind of a potential game plan, a little pop up. It could be that Carvana over a couple of hours might get back to 66, 68, 70, 72. It might get there, but it might then peter out for a while, and then at the end of the day drop off. And that's where, during that plateau, you might take your positions again. Just keep an eye on that. Be patient. It's not a race. You're the one in control, not the market. You're in control of this market. 130-point gain on the Dow. We're up 24 on S&P. We're up 85 on NASDAQ. We're down 3 cents on the oil price right now. Duncan, maybe I should check my post office to see if I have anything good in there. Mail lady just waved at me. Bobby, FUD article, Elon may dump the deal. Again, this is out on Barron's, as I just read the headline a few minutes ago. Who knows? It's a $1 billion breakup fee if he walks away. Does he want to give away $1 billion? Does he want to do that, or is he going to buy these guys and see what he can do with it? I don't know. He's got the dough. We'll find out. Twitter, the shares of Twitter right now are sitting at, where are we here? Sorry, Tesla, 900, $8.98 a share, up $22. The Tesla shares have had a bit of a recovery, not a lot of a recovery. Tesla today was as low as 881. That was about in the last hour. We're now at 897. The high this morning, first thing, was 918. Was not able to hold it. It could be that 900 is resistance and 870 is support, but we might go lower because, again, the China problem is the problem with Tesla. Forget about the rumors about margin calls, borrowing money against the stock. Forget all that. That is not the issue. It's China and parts. That's the problem. I don't know if China issues are affecting Berlin or Fremont either. I don't know if those plants are suffering from part shortages from Shanghai and area. We're just gonna have to wait and see what gives. Stocks at $8.99 right now. Amazon down 14. Google down $70. Trying to recover from the approximately $140 to $120 loss we had first thing this morning. We've recovered somewhat from that low level today. All right. The Dow now up 88. We're not coming back with that 800-point loss in any meaningful way so far. Carvana 64.05, flatlining around 64 right now. It's flatlining. We're waiting to see what it's going to do. The chances are a bounce back is possible to a degree, but how much, I don't know. 63.98 as I speak. We're watching this closely. Twitter 48.12, down 156. Rocket Lab up 12 cents. SoFi down 15 at 614. Low of the day 609 on SoFi today. GameStop 125.92. The low of the day 124.58. We're backing up a little bit again. AMC 15.54 up 4 cents. Matterport 5.64 down 14. ME 296.5 all-time low. Spire 159.5 up 3.5 cents. The low today 158.5. All-time low 154, I think yesterday on Spire. ATIP 149 a share right now. All-time low 149 a share right now. This is the low of all time on ATIP. Volume today 133,000 shares. This is a bargain, I am convinced. But it is what it is. I can't argue it. 149. Smart Rent 514 up 6. Pfizer up 4 to 49.07. Hewlett Packard up 12 to 36.46. Robinhood 950 down 49 cents at the moment. Vanik down 38 cents, now 78 cents. Home Depot up $1.95, trying to hang around to 301.90. Apple, IBM 135.48, down 71 cents. The high today 136, the low 134. In the last week, IBM came from approximately 125 and ran up to 141.79, now 135.52, giving up a little bit of the gains. Microsoft still up $16 at 286. 290s might be the calls to write. 285s to 290s could be the calls to write on Microsoft. Apple up $1.13, 157.93. Goldman up $1.50 to 314. Cisco down $1.16 to 49.74. Facebook down $4, 176.89. I think there's a down day coming tonight and tomorrow after earnings. I just sense negative on this stock. I just sense it. Amazon down $7.50. Tesla up 24 at $900. Google down 75. Bed Bath Beyond down 60. BlackBerry down 7. Royal Caribbean at 79.09, up 42 cents right now. That's where we're at the moment. We've got the Dow up 102, S&P up 21, NASDAQ up 75. There you go, guys. That is the deal right here. we're busy watching a lot of stuff going on here. Let's see what happens. Bobby, maybe you could start charging for a tweet $1 for every 1,000 posts, maybe 10 cents a post, 1 cent a post. $10 for every 1,000 posts. That would be a cash generator. Ventures with Duncan just mailed some company trying to get me their pool heater in Florida where it's warm enough. Laughing out loud. Nick, Uncle Bruce, I shorted Texas Instruments. Why isn't it going down? Some hedge fund is holding it up, maybe. I just have a suspicion that TXN is in trouble. They might be in trouble. 167.44, down $1. I don't have faith in the upside right here. I think that this thing might back off more. The China thing is underreported, but we'll catch up to it. But at the moment, it's at 167.24. I have to admit, that's where it's at. John, hey, everybody, has anyone wrote an option on Goldman Sachs through Fidelity and not received any money within the hour? I was told on phone it takes a day to settle. Kind of weird there. Christina, I sold a Royal Caribbean $80 call for $1.40 expiration this Friday. Interesting. Right on. Dow is now up 194, trying to rally. Carvana 64.34, a little better, just a little. See if it has any kind of a rally. Twitter 48.21, down 147 now. SoFi 618, down 11 cents, a little better there. GameStop 126.82, down 78 cents. Lots to follow, guys, as usual here. Man, oh man, is there stuff going on. Whew. Hope you guys are having a good day today. Trying to make a living here. This is the new normal. It would appear in these markets, the new normal, which is crazy, wild and wacky, unbelievable. Let's see what's going on here. Trying to stay on top of some of this stuff here. There we go. There we go right over there. Okay. Myrna, thank you for sending me a donation. I note that you sent me a donation yesterday, and I believe you are looking for 4 classes. Myrna, I need you, if you're watching me right now, I sure hope you are, I need you to send me a private email telling me the 4 classes you would like, so I can send the links out to you. If any of you out there have sent me a donation of $299.99 US funds for the 4 for 3 class deal on option writing classes, and you haven't sent me a private email, I can't send you the links. You got to send me a private email at brucefarman@hotmail.com. It should be down below in the description of this channel. Please do send me that email so I can put together your 4 links for you and get them to your email address, and then you can start enjoying those classes at your leisure. So please take care of that. I think there's a couple of you who have yet to send me your actual requests. Okay, thank you all for being here and being part of this great community, and thank you for the support with regards to the acquisition of 4 classes for the price of 3. Thank you all very, very much. All righty. Let's see what else is going on out there. There we go. GameStop 127.03. We've got the Dow up 209 right now, trying to rally again. See if it has any legs to it. I don't know. See what's going on. The lawyer for the guy who ran that Archegos hedge fund, the lawyer for that guy says that the federal charges by the government threatens all investors. I'm thinking, yeah, all investors that take $1.5 billion and leverage it up to $35 billion by borrowing from multiple banks on the same asset. Yeah, I call that a threat. I'd call the Justice Department threatening guys with jail time for playing up those kinds of shenanigans. I would call that a threat. Yeah. Unbelievable. This guy thinks they have a case to defend. Unreal. The euro, by the way, 105.39, still near the low of the day. The British pound also near its low of the day at 125.16. These two currencies have taken a beating in the last several months down here. And all of a sudden, European holidays seem to be a lot cheaper all of a sudden. Unbelievable. Nazareth says, yes, selling options on Fidelity means you need to wait for the next day for it to settle. So you can't use the money the same day you sell. You have to wait one day. Now, if you have a margin account, you may find that you have marginability that's just increased on you, and you can probably spend it right away. I don't know. Credit Savage, why in the world is DWAC up 12%? Uncle Bruce, do something about this, will you? Wish I could help you there. Swinson, Texas Instruments makes a lot of specialized silicon for industry. I think they will be okay, but I sold mine a while ago. Alberto, someone asked cost of options. TD Ameritrade charges me $1.80 per. John, weird is right. It means no stink bids. Duncan, credit. What would you like to know about CAWD? I don't know what that means. Thank you all for being here. We are coming up to the end of this 3-hour telecast. Boy, time flies when you're having fun writing options, making all kinds of money. We are on the Dow right now, up 197. We've got S&P up 27, NASDAQ up 70. Nick, I was studying Carvana charts, and it showed a low around $68 a few days ago, and it did drop below 68. The same way I'm seeing on Texas Instrument, low below 153 in a few days. Some hedge funds holding for someone to get out. That may be it. I don't know. Cindy B says Ameritrade only charges me 65 cents for options. And oh boy, these are good times because I remember when option trades were $9.99 minimum plus 50 cents a contract. So you did 10 contracts, you paid $15 in commissions. And that was just a few years ago. Now it's 65 cents a contract. Wow, what deals. And I'm sure that they're pretty darn good out there. Amazing. Carvana 64.80, a little improvement here. Just a little tiny bounce up on Carvana right now, but it needs a $3, $4, $5 run, and then it is primed for puts and shorting yet again, I suspect. Keep an eye on that. Alberto, thanks, Cindy, for that. Alberto says, what are you guys paying for commissions on options? Can you guys let us know whatever platforms you're using out there? What does Robinhood charge? What about Charles Schwab? What about these other outfits? Can you let us know? I'd be curious. Cindy, remember when Ameritrade was Scottrade and they charged $7 a trade just to buy stock? You remember those days? I remember $15 a trade. I remember $19.99 flat rate. Those were supposedly great deals. Bama Babe, Fidelity is 65 cents, an option trade as well. Cindy, Robinhood is 0. Swinson, I pay $1 a contract each way with Vanguard. Alberto, Obama, thank you. Yeah, all of you guys, let me know what you're charged for option trades. I'm kind of curious what those are going for, just so everybody has an idea of what's going on. And anybody in Canada here, let me know what you pay in Canada for trades as well. BMO is $10.85 each trade. Yuck. Credit Savage, Robinhood is free with RH Gold, $5 a month, and comes with insurances. Frumbler, Questrade charges $11.95 to buy and sell contracts. Bama, boy, Robinhood really needs some business. Swinson, I remember 14 with Scottrade. Yeah, $14.99 a trade, flat rate, unbelievable deals out there. I'm curious to see how brokerages evolve their trading expenses on this. Canada has no good options brokers. Alberta, I use Fidelity, TDA, Ameritrade, and SoFi, confusing to say the least, laugh out loud. Coyote, Fidelity is like 65 cents for writing. Duncan, Cindy, what happens if Robinhood lets you down? Where are we at now? 227 gain on the Dow. Carvana 64.58, Twitter 48.23, SoFi 617 down 12, GameStop 126.78. Charles 65 cents a trade at Charles Schwab, says Christina. guys, you're helping a lot. These are the kinds of transparencies I like to see happen here, where people can get a handle on just what it costs to be doing business in this market. If you're paying 65 cents a contract, you need to make, a little bit of money to pay for those fees, obviously. So, if it's 65 cents in and out, it's $1.30 a contract. You need a 13-cent profit or more to make it worth your while. So keep an eye on that. The National Bank brokerage just lately advertised zero. Alberta, I have the $5 gold on Robinhood. Swiss Butter E-Trade is like 50 cents. John Nazareth, first time after at least 20,000 in options, time to get a different option trader. Too bad, so sad. Fidelity. Bobby, man, every writer under $1. Canadians are getting hosed. Kareem, TDA 65 cents a trade per contract. Cindy, Alberto, I have Robinhood Gold also. Credit Savage, it's not bad, Bertie. Gold on Robinhood gives you access to level 2 and 3 data. Ventures with Duncan, Alberta, I had both. Brother, be careful. Alberta, Cindy, that's the way. Right on, guys. Thank you all for letting us in on what it costs you to do option trades through your brokers. It just helps us all figure it out. Canadians, let us know. Americans, and in Europe, let fellow Europeans know what you're being charged on trading. 230-point gain on the Dow, 30 on S&P, 80 on NASDAQ, oil down 41 cents at the moment. We're looking at a Carvana at 64.62. We're watching to see if there's any kind of a rally on that thing. We're looking at Twitter at 48.18, down $1.50. We got Sextera at 12.44, up 16. Rocket Lab up 4 cents to 7.28. We have SoFi down 13 cents to 6.16. GameStop down 44 to 127.16 a share. AMC is up 2 cents. Matterport is down 16. ME down 8. Spire up a nickel. ATIP down 3. SmartRent up a penny. Pfizer up 5. And Hewlett Packard HPQ. For one reason, I can't get that out of my head. Hewlett Packard up 18 cents a share at 36.53. Robinhood 9.49, down 51 cents. The question is, how many more people are going to lay off? How many more cutbacks are coming? They are bleeding all kinds of money, even though these commissions are so cheap right now. Yikes. Let's see. W. Walters, I'm thumbs up, 229. Thank you, everybody, for hitting the thumbs up button. If you're able to nail that for us, please do. Hit it hard. We're down to our last 4 minutes of this show. Please hit that thumbs up button. If you're also watching on the rerun, hit that sucker for us. We really appreciate the momentum build on that. That would be terrific. Thank you all so very much. We're up 218 on the Dow. Bobby is saying, I think Questrade is $4.95 in and out. Christina, I sold a Hewlett Packard 38 cents, a $38 call for 35 cents, and expires in 2 days. Right on a $38 call at 35 cents. Right on. Stock is 36.60 right there. She's writing an out of the money call. Expires in 2 days. Alberto's laughing out loud. Christina, took me until Wednesday to write calls, but I still make more than my $500 weekly goal. I'm making more than that. Beautiful. Nick, Uncle Bruce, my strategy on Carvana now is going long. Since you noticed it stopped dropping, all shorters will need to cover. Then it'll go up, and that's when we dump and short it again, rinse and repeat. Nick, as long as you're on it, you're doing it. You're on top of this thing. 64.56. They go up a lot slower than they go down. I'll tell you that. That is the strategy for sure. GameStop 127.32 down 28. We got the Dow up 240, trying a little recovery at the moment. Twitter 48.24 down 144. And SoFi 614 down 14 cents after hitting 609 for the low on SoFi. Volume now 21.2 million. GameStop volume 651,000. Not a lot there. Carvana volume today 7.75 million shares. Unreal. Alrighty, Frumbler, Questrade lets you trade options cheaper, but you need to pay a monthly fee. Duncan, hey, DQ, HP, looking tasty right now. There you go, kids. There you go. Make sure to join me today, 3 o'clock this afternoon for the final hour of trading today. We'll be live covering that together. Look forward to having you join me. And then tonight at 8 o'clock, you Gold Bagel members, Join me tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, hanging out with Bruce in prime time, Uncle Bruce prime time, 8 o'clock Eastern time tonight, where we will go over all the option strategies you're working on and what's happened with the market this week and what's going to happen the next couple of days. We'll stay on top of that, everybody. Absolutely. Thank you guys for being with me today. I really appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for becoming Prime members of Apple or of YouTube. They love it, and it helps me out even more. Thank you for being members of this channel. Thank you for your donations and all of your support. Thank you also to H. Gregory. Thank you for that email you sent me yesterday. Really great. You guys are fantastic. Love these messages and updates. We'll keep each other posted on what's going on out there. It's all good, baby. Vilbus, I'm sending my 3 for 4 classes $1 shortly, Uncle B. Email to follow. Right on, buddy. We'll look for those. Any of you want those 3 for 4 deals, you get those in there and let me know what you want. We'll get them out to you. And you can get to work making money like everybody else over here. Join the party, pal. I won't be napping. I only have 3 hours of sleep, says Duncan. The Duncan Tonight Show. All right, on, buddy. Hang in there. Nick bought 2,000 Carvana. Will dump around 70 if it goes there. Yeah, I sure hope it happens. 66 now on Carvana. A little bump up right now. Nick, you're getting a little bounce right now at $66 after bottoming out at 63.88. Make money, Nick. Make money. Nothing but money. 66.08. And I love it. Get in there, take a flip, and then go short and make it the other way too. France, Uncle Bruce, when do you think we will get a serious hint that the supply chain issue is really tanking the market? I think we're getting part of it already, but it's not full-blown mainstream at this point. But it will be. It's going to be full-blown mainstream eventually. John, thanks everybody. Thank you, buddy, for being here. Way to go, everybody. Let's make some dough. 618 on SoFi, down only 11 now. 127.35 down a quarter on GameStop. Looks like a little rally is coming in on some of our stocks. Carvana 66.30 is definitely breaking up now on the upside. You put up people, you bought back you sold off your puts and made some money. Way to go. Sit on the sidelines. Be patient. Do not be in a hurry to buy new puts. Let this stock try to do a rally to the 70 range over the next couple of hours. Give it time, because you're going to buy puts later today if this thing backs off. And those of you who are going to short it, you know what to do. Nick, I got it. It's here. Nick Vilbus, gotcha. We'll take care of you. You get me that list, and we'll get you those classes. Way to go, pal. Thank you for that, and thank you all of you for being here today. And we will catch you at 3 o'clock Eastern time for the final hour of trading today, as we're watching the Dow up 316 points. Carvana 66.72. Way to go, Nick. You're doing it. Beautiful job out there. Let's keep this thing going. We'll talk to you this afternoon at 3 o'clock, and we'll make this happen. Okay, everybody, take care. Talk to you soon. Goodbye from Calgary.